Yo.
Hello.
And welcome to Gelatinous Noobs.
Hi.
Welcome to the party.
My name's...
My name is Michael.
Okay.
She had an announcement to make.
I have a bunch of announcements to make.
That's more than one.
Thanks for letting us have last week off. It was great. We had a great team meeting. It was amazing.
We talked about the stream and stuff.
I bought a
And
car.
you.
And Evan.
It's true, we
bought
did buy a car, and it's very loud.
Don't forget we have a 30 follower goal, so tell your friends about us.
3-0. Figure it out.
We are 6 away. 6 away. When we hit that goal, we'll be doing a NASA one shot, which will be awesome. I love space.
I'm gonna be.
It's 5e, and it's about space.
Yeah.
And there'll be Martians.
It's
probably.
actually
Moon,
TTRPG
probably.
system ambiguous, so it could be anything.
Okay.
Cyberpunk.
It could be Cyberpunk.
But it
It
is.
could be Daggerheart. It could be Candela Obscura. It could be whatever we wanted it, to be.
In space.
It's space. Maybe we do a Starfinder. We learn Starfinder. And
Yeah, I'm on board.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely
Space stuff.
You gotta compliment
that was a
in the
spaceship pun.
comments.
On board.
Whoa, who is it?
Gavin, he says your eyeliner looks great.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Oh,
It's sharp.
it is. It is good.
It got away from me. I was like, a little makeup.
Gavin.
And then I was like, I gotta commit. So, keep your wings sharp enough to kill a man. Thank you, Taylor Allison Swift.
Shout out to our girl Taylor Swift. I wanted to remind everybody about the exclamation mark context command that you can put in the chat. I did update it to have new context tonight.
Ooh.
Thanks, Krista, for doing that. Appreciate you. And all the
Shout out
things
to
you
our
do.
friends over at Urban Dungeon, and then also shout out to me over at Paragon's Odyssey.
Oh,
Yeah.
Shout out. shout
Shameless
yourself out.
plug.
I had to check to make sure we weren't still streaming on Paragon's Odyssey.
That would have
Could you
been really
imagine?
awkward.
That would be awkward.
Shout out to, us?
Shout out to us.
Shout out to my mom.
I'm playing Resident Evil Revelations on Friday nights, and then Sims a bunch. So
Check it out. Those are video games.
Sounds
They're fun.
pretty fun. I love the Sims and Resident Evil, the combo. It's
Yeah.
you.
Nice.
Yeah.
dichotomy.
She starts off in The Sims, but then it turns into Resident Evil.
Ooh,
That's our
expansion
canon.
pack to
I wonder if there's any
Sims.
Resident Evil Sims mods.
there is.
They're
It's
coming.
There is.
And they're gonna
Stay tuned.
not the exact same, but similar enough.
And they're gonna charge you $30 for it.
They're mods. They're free, baby.
Oh, good.
Ooh-wee.
Anyway, that's all my announcements.
Well, I guess we're going to throw it over to Matt. With our
That's
recap.
me.
Matt, our note taker,
I take
the crypt
notes.
keeper.
I do stuff with that. When last we left off the adventures of Azarus, the party prepared for the art gallery showing on the 28th of Greenbirth and the arrival of Azalea sometime before. The party decided that we would question local businesses, try to get the down low on this art gallery and their dealings with people in town. They good people? They bad people? We're going to find out. And we did. We went over to Stalker's Magic Shop, a Goliath lady who is very knowledgeable about the city and a fan of the arts. But on our way, we were interrupted by a sight. Batch caught the eye of Marley, the Haragon. If you'll remember from earlier in our campaign, he was a suspicious Haragon at the Solid Snake Tavern. We as a party had only a few moments to try and figure out what we would do, but we decided that perhaps it would be best in disguise. Batch tracked him, see what he did, see who he spoke to, where he went.
What was his name again?
What, the disguise?
Yeah.
Johnny P. Books.
Johnny P. Bucks.
I'm
heard
pretty
it here.
newer extraordinaire.
It was from there that Johnny P-Bucks was hot on the trail, while the rest of us continued on our journey to Stalker's Magic Shop. We jumped over to Batch as he tracked Marley for about 10 to 15 minutes, eventually arriving at a small townhouse, Townhouse 32. You hear Marley give a quick knock at the door where Batch caught a glimpse of a red tiefling. Red tiefling, none other than Carrion. It was here that Batch was about to return to the party when he was accosted by an interesting figure. We jumped quickly back over to the rest of the party Ares, Chomsky, Airlace, as well as Chomsky and Jorak. The big A, Chomsky and Jorak.
She is an Aries too.
Same thing.
Arrive
same
at
diff.
Y Stalkers. It's those A's, people. I just don't get them. Arrive at Y Stalkers Magic Shop, where we discovered that the owner of the art gallery was a elven gentleman named Fendril, whose life was devoted to the arts. Y Stalker also recommended that we, if we are seeking work, which might give us an in to maybe some unscrupulous circles within Edelholm Shar, the Chalice and Toad Tavern. Is Jorak's hope that by mingling with some of these individuals that we might catch word of other work going on, similar to Augury or Carrion's. We jump quickly back over to Bash Lachlan, who's being accosted at the leg by none other than Nibbles Pinkerton, our favorite little guy. He led Batch to a new friendly merchant, but no ordinary merchant, the Raccoon Merchant.
I'm so jealous.
It was here that Batch was able to make some interesting deals with the Raccoon Merchant in exchange for his Charlatan's dye, as well as Biff Dibble's dress shoes and dress pants.
Deal.
I was like, wait, did
that?
we sell this?
Century.
Nope. Deal is century.
It's paid.
Batch was able to get the following: a photo of a young goblin girl, a hat that dampens nightmares, a purple handkerchief, and an ancient dragon scale.
Damn right. Johnny
Very
P. Bucks.
casual. When in doubt, see the Raccoon Merchant.
Like I said, businessman extraordinaire.
Batch and Nibbles Pinkerton eventually returned to the rest of the party, where Batch informed us of his lovely adventure with the Raccoon Merchant. It was here that the party went to the art gallery. And we walked in. It's the 21st of Greenbirth, people. It's not busy. It's early in the morning, so we pretty much had the run of the place. And we began to explore. Jorak persisted into perhaps behind closed doors areas. Some places that were slightly cordoned off, where he eventually found his way up the stairs and spoke to that elven Fendril, the owner of the gallery. It was here that he was able to question him and gather some information, that the art gallery was under the protections of magical means, as well as most of the art being provided by the Bluebird University of Art. We also discovered that a particular patron would be showing a lot of her art. Who? Augury.
Woof.
I know it.
Bark, bark.
While this conversation was
lady
going
outta
on,
That lady burned down my house.
Airless, Chomsky, and Batch were downstairs, observing, seeing what they could see within the art, admiring it, but not before catching a glimpse of none other than Augury walking out a back room. And that is where Krista takes off.
Da-da-da-da.
So, the three of you, while Jorak is off talking
Upstairs.
to Fendril, you see the yellow tiefling, you guys know, assume to be Augury.
Yellow.
Don't want to.
Yeah, yellow.
She's yellow.
Huh?
Carrion's red.
Carrion's red.
Carrion's red.
Okay, yep.
She changes her colors.
She does.
Okay, that makes sense.
But
Oh,
she
I
was yellow
like-
last time you saw her.
Oh.
Oh wait, no, she was yellow the first time you saw her.
Yep. She was
Yes.
yellow the first time, then she was a light purple, I believe.
Yeah.
Chomsky has no idea who the yellow one is, but now he does.
And then I was accused of
Being racist.
being
Yes.
racist
'Cause-
against tieflings because she was not the same tiefling.
You think all of us people with horns look alike?
Yes. So
I
just horny,
genuinely
bro.
felt bad.
Bruh.
Bro, we're just horny.
at this point, you 100% are like, that's the bitch that burned down my house. She is carrying a canvas with her, a big canvas. And she is walking off into the room where her art is going to be shown. What are you guys up to?
You guys realize who that is, right?
Oh, yeah,
I
absolutely.
knew it. I knew that was her.
Yeah,
I'm not racist.
yeah, good job. I'm glad you know the
I wasn't wrong.
big R. So
I don't know what that means, but I'm right.
Chomsky takes 5 points of damage.
The other one. Yeah, so what do we do? Like, do we,
Well, we can't just arrest her, can we?
Oh, I don't think she's committed a crime at the moment, no, yeah. And we're also not police.
Chomsky flips out one of his notebooks and goes, I do believe I have some association to crimes, but I don't have any tangible evidence.
No, I think we need evidence, and so
yeah.
I really want to confront her, but that didn't go well the first time.
Should we
No.
maybe try to speak to her, make friends?
Well, does she have any? I think that maybe she knows who we are and isn't a big fan of that now.
Because we know,
Right.
and she knows, but she's acting like she doesn't know.
And I know that you know that I'm not telling the truth. Anyway, continue.
I know that you know that we know.
And we know.
So, yeah. Maybe I'm not the one to make this decision, Chomsky. You've got a big brain in there.
I already confronted her once. I can't just go act like I don't know who she is.
Maybe we just wait and watch.
Maybe we just don't see her. We're just looking at the art.
What I'm most particularly interested in is who is coming to greet her and who is coming to look at her art. And maybe more particularly, who is going to purchase said art. Because the money that exchange hands at art galleries tends to be more than a generous donation. And it could be to fund, unsavory things.
So you think maybe the art gallery is just a front?
I have no idea, but all I know is that art is expensive and she's not a good woman.
No, she's not.
It would be a pretty good front. She could get all the fucking high-class people here to make whatever types of trade she wants to.
But that's only a thought. We obviously today Is today the day of the art gallery?
No.
Yeah, no. Obviously today
Date check. I have the 25th of Green Birth marked off, so it's the 26th. It's 2 days.
Okay, cool. Obviously today we shouldn't be making any decisions. So
I was gonna reach out to
I
Rosemary.
mean, I could
and I
talk
rolled
to
a nat
her
one.
as a different person.
She's busy.
I have a feeling she'd see through it like a glass wall, and he's gonna turn to the walls that are made of glass, and he's gonna turn back to you.
I see.
You attempt to reach out to Rosemary, and she just goes, busy.
I think I got her voicemail.
Please hold.
Rosemary's voicemail. Please hold.
All right.
Yeah, so Rosemary, leave a 5-minute voicemail.
It cuts off at 30 seconds. We all know this. So, right. Yeah, this art looks great. Yeah.
Just to be clear,
Yes.
we've investigated the building.
Yep.
If something
You know the layout. Yep.
Chomsky would have kept in mind, if something hits the fan, there's one exit, one entrance, right?
Yeah.
So there's no back entrance, there's no windows he could open up to escape.
They are all.
Because that's what he would
It
have
is-
come here for.
It is all glass.
So I could potentially break out. Or Chomsky thinks that he could
Yes.
potentially break out of it
Yes.
if he needed to. Okay.
And then our other thing is we
illegal,
had
though.
wanted to see what the security detail was like, which
Nothing so far.
Yeah.
we don't see any visible guards.
That's a
or
good
anything.
point. Does Augury have anybody with her? Beef,
not right
muscle,
now.
just her?
Just her right now.
Does she have weapons on her?
Not right now. She's
What?
got like an apron on and it's covered in paint.
I
Could
mean, if you
I
think about it.
do an Arcana check to see if there's anything around her or her art or her room that is giving me like a serious ping?
I mean, that's the thing is
Yeah.
if she's playing coy, if she's playing that she's innocent, not up to things like stealing songbooks from the Fae, why would she put on a front? Like, that's probably why she's not, having guards around her. Because why would someone who's setting up an art festival?
That's fair.
What are you doing?
Well, I was upstairs talking, but I think I was done with the conversation. So you just tell me when I'm downstairs.
You would just come up to us, just like kind of like awkwardly like shuffling and like talking.
Do I see her when I'm walking down?
Yeah, you walk down the stairs, you see, or you hear somebody's wrestling around in that room.
But I don't see her.
You don't see her.
I walk over and be like, right, so got a couple of leads. Try and find Augury. Apparently she's doing a talk show or meet and greet with people beforehand, but I didn't really have any access to it before. You said that House 32. Right. Maybe we should stake that out. Why are you all so quiet?
Well, she
Airless
was
looks
by.
pissed.
We were just discussing what, why, where.
How and when.
I was right.
What are you talking about?
It's her. Do you remember the tiefling that?
Who?
I'm pointing with my tail.
Augury.
I turn around. Do I see her?
Yes. You
I immediately
asked about
start
an
walking
Arcana
over.
check.
Yeah, I got a 16.
16. On her person, she seems to have some sort of magical effects on her. Quite a few. And a couple of the paintings are also glowing, like they are magically enchanted.
Sting.
It goes ping, 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 ping.
Interesting.
I turn over, like, as I'm walking, I'm like, what are you guys doing? She's criminal. Let's get her. I just keep walking towards her.
We don't have.
We can't just.
Jorak, that's not a good idea.
I'm
He's going to rush and stop you then.
okay. I will shrug over it. She's teleporting extra plane of things onto the material plane. She's clearly working for the Unseelie.
We don't
What are we
have-
waiting on?
We don't have any evidence.
Teleporting
though.
what?
And Ivy said that
Methods.
she couldn't just take her.
She burned down her house. It's a clear crimes against the twins.
I mean, I agree she should be brought to court, but
Exactly.
We're in charge of evidence, right?
We're in charge of finding Ivy's books, guys. We're champions. We're the champions of the Sealy Court. We have all the authority we need. And I like shrug you off.
Can you
and
think
keep
of the
walking on.
implications of what this...
Apprehending a criminal? I keep walking.
okay.
Okay, you walk in and she has.
You better do it. If you're going to do it, you better do it.
That's Batch. He's
Okay.
he's biting his tongue.
Yep.
He's baffled.
She is putting up this canvas on the wall, and she's like making it perfect as she's.
Cause she's
That's
just
what
this like
criminal.
art graduate.
That's quite lovely.
You think so?
I think so. Did you paint it?
I did. You look at it. It is. Which one is it?
It's the
It
worst
is-
painting
It's actually really good.
What's it
in a bad
depicting?
way.
It is. It's a humanoid individual, but they are showing signs of like fire, like a kind of like a fire elemental, but
Sure.
more humanoid than the one that you
The
saw.
Genasi.
Yeah,
Sure.
more
Friend of yours.
fire than Genasi,
Sure.
but more human
Than
than
elemental.
the elemental that you saw at the monastery.
Right. Friend of yours.
He commissioned a painting. Yes.
Oh, really? Nice. Nice.
I'm just lurking in the back.
I am staring at a painting,
I've
just
got,
like, wow, this is the best art I've ever
One
seen.
of hers, or
Just any. I'm where he came to meet us. I'm still there, and I'm just like looking up at a painting.
I'm concerned.
Wait,
Parents hovering.
using the map that's here. You don't have to change the scene of it. Which room were you guys in?
Where is she?
She's
You
over
pointed to
here.
her back room, so that's where I am.
She's over here.
So we probably is she like right here? Is this the painting
She
meeting of?
is right here.
Right here. So
Because
we would have had to
we-
be
in
we
this
could have been
room,
here.
right?
Yeah, that's like
we
more
were
of
in
a
the
shop
ma-
over
we
there.
were like in the main room here, right?
Yeah,
So we
Because
saw
I
her.
came down the stairs, came to you guys, and you're like, "Oh,
We could
she."
have either
but
seen
they
her
were
here
they saw her, so they probably would have been over
or
there.
Sure.
right here. So yeah, is there any paintings here?
You put yourself. No, that's a shop.
Okay, then I'm just going to be staring
could
at
just
this.
be
Whatever
looking at
it
stuff.
is, I'm staring at. I'm just like, wow, this is so interesting. I love this so very
Where,
much.
Jorak, where are you?
I'm
Jorah's
5 feet
probably,
within her.
Like
Okay.
right here.
I'm literally right next to her. wherever she
Chomsky,
is.
you chased him how far?
Into the room for
Into
sure.
the
Okay,
room?
where were you?
Okay.
Remember, we're through the doorway, right?
Yep, this is the door.
Oh, is that the door?
There's another
There's a door over there too.
Oh, okay. There's
Where's the
a
other door?
there's a other
There's a door
doorway
here.
over here.
Okay,
That's what I was
but
confused.
we were, yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
I
didn't know there was a door over there.
I'm peeking. I'm watching the situation.
I'm just like,
He's not going to say this out loud, but he will just be like looking at a painting, and you'll hear in your head,
Do you send a message?
Yes.
It has verbal components. Just
Yes,
so
it
you know.
does.
oh. Classic fucking DMs.
he says,
No, that's how I feel.
hunger. I am hungry. Let's get burger.
I don't know what verbal components mean, so I will not do that.
Verbal components. You
need
for
to-
message, you are saying out loud what you are
Okay, gotcha.
sending.
But you can,
Can you
whisper,
whisper?
right?
I think because
It has
but
to.
you're so close.
Yeah. The big thing is like the idea of message is not to like sneakily do things like across a table. It's to send messages like across the football field.
Yeah.
Like I'm chasing this person down this way, block him off the other side.
Correct.
Kind of idea.
The painting you're next to, Chomsky, is he is an air elemental humanoid, similar to the fire one. He looks more elemental than Zephys, who you had met, but he looks more humanoid than what you would expect an air genasi or an air elemental to look like.
So her art's like kind of humanizing the elementals. Interesting.
You know, there was, fortunately, a bit of a... I'm actually here doing some work with the Flower God. And there's a bit of a mix-up that I think that you could clear up, but fortunately, you're going to have to come with me and speak with Benjamin, head of the Flower God, captain. Shouldn't take too long.
She's like, I believe that it's Meredith or Olivia that's the captain of the Flower Guard.
Isn't Benjamin captain?
No, he's the youngest, so.
Ooh, she pulled you with. She hit you with that. I know more than you.
I would have named a captain. I thought Benjamin was.
No, he's just a knight.
Yeah.
It's an honest
Never know.
mistake,
Yeah.
too. We're also new to the area.
Yeah. That's what I was chalking it up to.
Right, yeah.
But-
I misspoke, but we are working on behalf of the Flower Garden. It won't take more than an hour. Just come over with us and clear a few things up.
I'm quite swamped, you know, I'm the named artist of the month.
Of course.
Yes,
like I said, it won't take more than an hour.
Can I ask what this is pertaining to?
Fortunately, I don't have that information. What I do know is that we were sent to collect you.
Am I being detained?
You are.
On what counts?
On the count of burning and transportation of illegal planar travel to the material plane.
I would love to see your evidence.
Well, really, that's why we're coming to question you. So you are being detained for questioning.
Booker!
This bookshelf looks wonderful.
I'm sure
never
you're
seen
able to
this.
clear it all up. I'm sure it's just a misunderstanding, but you can understand the ramifications of such a charge. I mean, I wouldn't want them to have to shut down your art show, being it so close.
I'm coming up closer with how rapid fire their conversation is getting. Just because I'm like, yeah, we need to take her in.
I can't believe there's no dust
she's
on
like,
the shelf.
well-
It's crazy.
On the authority of the Sealy Corps,
So
you
clean.
are being requisitioned for questioning.
I've never been on this end of this.
She says, well, it's quite unfortunate that I have quite a busy schedule. I can always make my way down to the...
That's all right. I'll
the
reach
guard
into my
post?
pocket and I'll get... Do we still have a sending stone to the guard, right?
All right, the ones that I would have given you are just ours as of today.
Batch, if you wouldn't be so kind, we are going to need the assistance of the Flower Guard here. Post haste. I will stay here with the subject.
Are you saying I can get out of the building?
Yes. Feel free.
Fucking hell, great. Alright, where do I... Okay. Who do you want me to bring?
Collect the Flower Guard.
Got it.
It's the nearest guard you can find.
It's terrible. I
Do you want
walk...
to switch the cam at all?
Potentially.
I walk until I get out of the frame of the door.
It's police!
I go, get me out of this building.
Now, one question that I have as Matt above the table is, she took something from the monastery, correct?
Yes.
She had something in her hand when you guys saw her walk back through the portal.
But I would have spoken to Airless about it. And was that something that she took from the monastery or already had with her?
It was a book. You're not entirely certain because the monastery had so many books.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we had spoken about it, and we're like, did she take something? We're like, oh, they
Wasn't 100% sure.
we mostly have like little trinkets of Rosemary's, but lots of like tomes and volumes.
Absolutely.
So we don't know exactly what she took.
I'm just standing there very
Does
quickly.
she have a mini?
She does.
Oh, wonderful.
While we wait for the Flower God to arrive, why don't you walk me through some of these paintings?
I'm nervous.
Well, Airless, since you're on the other side, will you roll me a history check?
I was like, what am I doing?
A wisdom. Roll me a wisdom saving.
This got 2 10s too quick.
I picked the wrong side of the wall.
Trap.
Okay.
Let's hope your history's high for being a fucking book reader.
11. A hot 11.
They look like an Earth Genasi. You don't recognize them, but they must be important to have a oil painting of them.
Yeah.
Oh, a producer.
So,
Hello.
like, I didn't do art history.
No,
I didn't study art history.
you also didn't do like the plane, like the elemental planes. You did like the Feywild.
Exactly. So I'm just like, yeah, nice painting.
I
guess.
came and got Ben, everybody.
Thank God.
For those of you who can't see, there's a cat on the table.
He's kind of in frame.
No, he's
He's gone now.
Just lay down.
producer.
Thank you. It's like Godzilla coming to destroy the city.
Benjamin is on, ready for backup.
He's on the case.
He's on the case.
So, you asked who it is, right?
No, I asked her, originally I asked her who this is, a friend of hers, and then we got into our thing, and then I said, you have a show to prepare for. Why don't you tell me a bit about your art?
Well, like I said, this is some. Well, I think you can.
It's a show for you to put on, isn't it?
It is correct, but
why I'm
if I'm being
asking.
detained, I don't have to talk to you. That is my rights as a citizen here.
Of course.
Are
fine.
there Marion?
Of course. It's no problem. Just thought we might pass the time pleasantly. But if you'd rather sit in silence, I'm fine with that.
She kind of looks up at you and she notices the two of you and she goes, "Big man like yourself need backup?
Yeah.
I'm just a little lady."
Can I roll insight and see if she's looking like
Scary.
Is she sweating at all? Is she nervous?
Yeah, you can roll insight.
14.
She isn't sweating. She's not like visibly nervous. You do notice that she's like checking her exits. She's-
Calculating.
Of course. She's being cornered, so.
I'd say
Is she?
that's not my position to want to hurt you or anything. I'm just here to clear up some accusations that have been made against you, and it is not my place to question, but to apprehend. That's what
We
we
know
are
how
doing.
good you are about
I remember
leaving
you.
places.
I remember you.
I
You're the
remember
racist
you.
one from the shop.
That is a false allegation.
Hey, that was you.
Is it?
And you're a liar.
Am I?
Yes!
And I don't like you.
And it's confirmed.
You're mean.
I don't think it's confirmed, but
I mean,
I do.
you would
since-
lie about that, so.
You know my character then. You know who I am as a person.
I mean, if you burn down someone's house and
Allegedly.
I've never been on the material plane.
I'm sure
That's why we're having the Flower God come and get things cleared up.
you could tell them.
Sure, some magical means of telling the truth will be able to
Chomsky's gonna
clear this up
he's
quickly.
gonna like raise his hand and be like, no one said that her house was on the material plane. And he's just gonna go back to being silent.
That wasn't an assumption, that's true.
She's like,
Got it. Got you.
correct, but I can tell she's not from here.
Racist! Ding, ding, ding.
Not quite.
Batch isn't here. I'm sorry.
That's quite all right.
I can
Well,
tell by the accent that she's not from here.
yeah. There's no need for us to get informal or unpolite. We're all sitting and waiting for the authorities to arrive.
Well, while we're waiting, I do still need to put up some more art, so.
Of course.
And she.
Why don't we accompany you?
No.
I don't think that was a request.
And she starts to move away.
Okay. I will jump.
Oh,
I will dash. I will dash to block the door.
Chomsky also
door.
is
The big door?
This door. Over.
there's one door or two doors.
There's two doors. One
Two
over
doors.
where you guys came in.
Chomsky
and then-
will be against that door to where like nobody can enter or
I'm
leave.
just waiting for her to like flip a painting and like run through it.
Brandon is 1 inch taller than Shaq Frame. Ain't nobody getting past
Yes.
him.
That's where she is.
Okay.
Jorik, you're
You
so
walk
close,
to this
though.
door.
Yeah.
And she absolutely does run up to this painting,
No!
and she just goes through it.
No!
Oh, fuck.
This tricky bitch.
You guys say that, look, this is a bad thing. This is confirmation. This is our suspect now.
So,
Yeah, she's running from the law.
From the authorities.
but
She didn't run. I mean, she walked briskly, but
I'm gonna
She
try
was-
to go through
She
the
was,
painting.
being,
evaded.
she was
She
being
evaded.
detained by the police, waiting for the authorities, and she evaded.
do we
I'm gonna
have...
touch.
you don't have to explain it to me. I
He's-
know.
He's going to look at Zorak and go, do we have the formal authority to
She doesn't know that.
detain people?
She doesn't know that.
Fair enough.
We're crooked cops.
cops.
Also-
We're not
touch
crooked
the
cops.
painting?
We're not even cops.
Roll me Arcana.
We're the champions of all.
What's going on?
She's rolling Arcana.
8.
You touch it, it's solid.
I don't know how she got through this.
Does Chomsky understand it all? He will investigate it.
You got
Do you want to
pings
investigate
on
it
the
with
paintings.
Arcana?
I dash upstairs
Okay.
to Fendril.
Okay.
17 for the painting.
What specifically are you looking for?
Like, what was that a spell that was cast?
It-
was it a magical item?
Enchantment.
It's an enchantment on the painting.
Okay.
That moving into this room, you with your detect magic up from before, you get the sense that that painting is one of the magical paintings for
Gotcha.
that she's put out.
Chomsky's going
It's
to
also
then-
a painting of herself, so
Humble.
Chomsky's going to turn to Jorak and say, you do realize if we wait for this event to take place, we might actually uncover who she's doing dealings with.
I'm in the process of running upstairs as you're saying that, and I will turn. Did you shout it or just say it expecting me to be
He
there?
said it, yeah, expecting you to be there.
Okay. I just run quickly upstairs to Fendril. You have magical means of security here, do you not?
yes.
Does it have the ability to identify spells and where they may be going? Teleportations.
Well, there should be no teleportation.
There shouldn't be, but there just was downstairs a few minutes ago. On the authority of Ivy, I'm going to need the records here. All of your security records here on Augury.
Augury.
That's her name.
Yeah. What did she do?
She's accused of crime. Teleportation of onto the material plane. There are 2 witnesses who witnessed her teleporting elemental beings onto the plane, which wreaked havoc on the locals. And she was requested to answer for this accusation, and she fled.
Okay. Give me a moment. He turns around and he's like starts casting a spell to.
I reach to the Sunny Stone and go, Batch, she's teleported somewhere, and we need you to inform Ivy that she's fleeing.
You had just gotten to a flower guard. Your hands are on your knees. You're breathing heavy.
Fuck. I do say to the guard, fuck it, go to the art gallery. Fuck you, go. Run. I'm going to Ivy.
Just like one of those twirling pedal toys, just...
Up and away.
I'm just still by the painting, like, just frustrated, like, because she was just here, and then she wasn't.
Does
He is able. He's casting a spell to pull up the.
Does he, I want to ask real quickly, is he stuck to this location while he's casting the spell, or can he walk with me?
He is stuck to this location.
Okay.
But you're still in front of the painting.
Yeah?
She ends up.
Coming back?
It like shimmers a little bit, and she walks through, and she's like, "I just said that I was getting another painting." I've done nothing wrong.
No, you haven't.
Of course not.
Just now.
Do we hear, do you say anything into the Sending Stone or anything?
Yeah,
or
take the rock. Jorik, she's back! She was just getting a painting.
I come back downstairs and I look to you. Fortunately, we're going to have to ask you to refrain by moving by teleportation means.
Well, you did ask to come, and I'm not going to let uninvited strangers into my bedroom to get my paintings.
No,
So,
but you
and I do have a job to do here.
of course, you have still 3 full days to prepare for the art gallery, which it seems that you would have more than ample
It's
help
about
to.
a day and a half, actually. Because
Wait,
it's
it's
the
the
28th. It's the 26th,
Oh, it's the 26th.
and it's about noon.
Day and a half.
Day and a
Okay.
half.
Still quite fun, but I would ask that you do not teleport for the
Well,
time being until
Lucky
you
for
are
you, this is my last painting.
wonderful.
What is the
What
painting?
is the painting?
It is, similar to the other ones, a water elemental.
That looks like a person.
She's got a thing for the elementals.
Sus.
Friends of mine.
Kind of whack. I didn't say that out loud.
She sees you guys eyeing it, and she's like, friends of mine.
Wonderful. I will stand in front of the.
Teleporting one.
I will stand in front of the teleporting one, and I'll motion to you to stand in front of the other door.
Okay. So we swap places. I don't know what she's doing. But Jorak is the size of that whole wall. Yeah, just T-posing in front of it. You can't leave.
Batch is running so as fast as his little legs can carry him.
I'm laughing because I'm gonna get to Ivy.
We're gonna say she's gone again.
Well, nobody's told him that she's back.
So I'm running as fast as I can. And honestly, if you guys aren't thinking about it, I don't want that to change. Just keep it
Has
going.
the other flower guard showed up?
Not yet. It hasn't. The time hasn't passed. By the time you get to Ivy, the flower guard is showing up. He went and got back up.
Ivy. Ivy. She teleported away. She teleported away. Ivy.
Airless? Who's she?
The tiefling. The one we were trapping. We were gonna get her, and she teleported away. She was running away from the cops, Ivy. She was running away from the cops. We're gonna have to take it down. We're gonna have to take it down, Ivy. I've been running so fast, Ivy.
You did amazing, Badge.
Thank you. What do we do? Where'd she go? Where do we go from here, Ivy?
Well,
This is your man? You champion, Ivy?
I was like, that's my champion.
Batch, have you reached Ivy yet?
Yeah, she's away. She's away.
Let her know that Augury has returned, but we still need to question her. The accusations of her teleporting elementals on the plane still stand.
What? What? She's what?
We need to apprehend her. Hurry, Batch.
She said this. She's there. She didn't tell.
She teleported back.
You son of a bitch.
Why are you so winded? You need to exercise more.
I've ran like 5 miles.
Why didn't you glide?
I'm on my way.
Did Ivy do anything in reaction? Or?
Augury.
Well,
Ivy.
Ivy's like, do you wait for her to say anything? You just take off.
I just go.
I'm glad you found her.
I've got to go detain her. I'm leaving. Goodbye.
And Ivy doesn't object.
She calls back and she's like, you kind of need evidence to hold her.
What?
You
What?
You need evidence to hold her.
That's what I was saying in
In
the first
jail.
place, Ivy.
Aren't we the evidence?
We're two
We are the
witnesses.
evidence.
Two witnesses to her
Ivy
crime.
doesn't want us to
That's a
detain
hit.
her.
He said, she said, though.
Ivy doesn't want to
Bang
detain her.
my gavel. This is too.
But if somebody comes up to a police officer and says, "Hey, I saw that guy shoot him," they're not like, "That's not enough evidence, bro." They're like, "Maybe I'll question that guy."
But we're not police officers. We're citizens.
We're champions.
Citizens arrest.
We are.
citizens arrest, asshole.
That's why I wanted to get the flower guard, and we're also
Well, the flower guards are there.
Yeah, and we're the champions of Ivy,
But
Aurora,
Ivy herself
Trinity.
is like, we don't have evidence.
We're the evidence.
I am the
We are the evidence. We saw her burn
I'm
down.
gonna bang my gavel.
All right, listen, I'm just going to toss Ivy the rock. You explain it to her, Ivy. I've got a lickety-split.
My lady, Ivy.
Jumping off of fucking buildings. Going,
She's like, "There's a guard there."
You're like, oh yeah, I can glide.
I've been
Yeah,
trying. It's just
One of
I
the
have to
flower,
climb to get
one
it.
of the flower gods have just flew in. They're so graceful.
It's like a little ballet.
She's like, "Just ask her to go down to the station, I guess." She might listen to the guard before she'll listen to you. Anyway, the guard walk in. You let them pass, I assume. From the
No.
doors. Sorry, guard, you can't come in.
I am the authority.
Ivy's orders. Wait.
We have apprehended Augury here for a bit of questioning on behest of the Sealy Court.
The flower guard member is a blue rose, and he just he bows in a respectful way to her, and he says, "Ma'am, if you wouldn't mind, we do have questions for you, I guess."
Yes.
These are the worst cops.
Well, he's
I kind of will question you.
he's like, "I don't have questions for you. I don't know what their questions are, but if you'll follow me." And she's like, "Well, since you're actual authority,"
I'm fine with that.
she walks with him.
Yeah, I follow.
Very small thing. I just want to know this to kind of paint the picture. How tall are the flower guards? Because I've been imagining them as like 2 foot tall.
No.
I've been imagining the opposite, like 7 feet.
They're
Right in the middle, 5.
they're anywhere between 5 and 7 feet.
So they're like humanoid.
Yeah,
like, height. Okay.
humanoid size,
Wonderful.
like medium
That
size.
makes them a
humanoid
little
size.
less cute, but
I mean,
Little
they're guard
scarier.
though,
Oh,
right?
scary. well, yeah. I just thought they're like, we're gonna fuck you up.
I thought of
We
them
got
as
plant
very
spray.
imposing, like 7 to 8 feet tall, just like these flower humanoid.
Kind of.
I was thinking like Plants vs Zombies, like the little guys in the pots.
Not quite.
Anyway,
That's exactly what my thought process was too. When Augury leaves, follows the guard, or whatever, Chomsky is going to do his best to try to make that painting work. He's going to like reach back in all of his studies of enchantments and math, science, and geometry, and he's going to try to make this thing work.
And geometry.
Okay.
What do you want me to do for that?
Pythagorean
Roll
theorem.
me Arcana
Yes.
with advantage.
Yes.
Because you are
Good.
well versed in enchantment magic.
Ooh.
I've only rolled 8s today, so 16.
16.
Did you
It's
eat?
not bad.
you rolled 2 8s.
I ate.
You have a +8.
Welcome back, Sam.
Sam's back. And Delilah's here.
Sam, you have to go. He keeps running into the camera. You've got to go. I'm sorry, buddy.
Well, we're also
He's-
no longer here, so
He's never been this much in the Sam Cam, and it's because we've never had a full map that you spent
Yeah.
time on.
yeah. Takes 10 minutes. You get to the flower garden. It does kind of look like a big flower pot.
That's
Like one of those big terracotta flower pots.
I would like to think that in the barracks where they sleep, there's like flower beds.
I'm just imagining like a giant water tower, those little vases of water you put in a flower pot so you don't have to water them. Feeding time, boys.
Photosynthesis.
Do I see any of the captains of the guard?
So Olivia is the leader. She is the captain,
The head of the.
the head of the flower guard. And then there's Meredith, who is the first knight, or the knight commander, and then Benjamin is the first knight.
Okay.
So, the captain doesn't do a whole lot of street patrols. They do more administrative stuff.
Yeah.
So it's safe to assume that they are
Here.
here.
Yeah.
All right.
This is a culprit. She is eating things.
Oh, and of all the banging when we're looking upstairs, it's fucking.
It's her.
It's her.
It's her.
It's a cat.
Meow. I speak their language.
You speak with animals.
So yes, it's safe to assume that Olivia's
Sure.
here. You might be able to assume that Meredith is here as well, because she's the Knight Commander. So she's more like in a standard police structure, there's like the chief and then there's captains. So she's like the second in command. So you can assume that she's also here.
Who's with me right now in the flower garden?
Me.
I thought you stayed to do the portrait.
Oh yeah.
He stayed,
Trump's-
I'm walking with you.
Sorry, I thought you were still there for some reason. I was like, sorry.
You with me?
Where are you going?
Back to there.
Because nobody could communicate with you that they were leaving.
So you'll.
No, I feel like as we're walking,
He gave Ivy a rock.
Or you'll find Chomsky just looking at a painting.
okay, so I don't know that, so
Yeah.
I pick up my rock. Hey, Badge, just so you know, like, we're with the flower guard. We have Augury. We're heading back now.
Ivy's like, oh god, who did I choose?
He's like,
Ivy's like, I took their word for it.
I'm never getting my books back. Does Ivy respond?
Ivy's like, hi, Erlis. Batch gave me his Rocky Talkie.
Oh, okay. I thought I called the wrong person.
I think he's going back to the art gallery by now. I don't know, he just sprinted out of here at a really fast pace.
Okay, so, I mean, we should cross him. Batch is headed to us.
Let's hope.
to put it in perspective of what I'm doing,
What if
I'm-
he just misses?
I'm going like my max speed. I'm climbing up on top of like carts or whatever that's like 10 feet and then gliding, and I can glide like an additional, it's like 5 feet per elevate. So it's like 20 feet. So I can just go, and like I climb up buildings and I'm like jumping down. I'm like, I gotta get to the art gallery.
While you're gliding, it's just those reprieves that sprinters have. Just
I'd like to think that I'm gliding and you guys are walking and I'm going over you, and they're like, I wonder where Batch is at, and I'm just in the air.
100%.
Or I'm like, what if we miss him because we're walking through and he like comes over to a building to climb up?
Yeah, I think so.
That's exactly what
Glides.
happens. Every once in a while, a guard will be like, hey, stop climbing that.
And I'll
But
go, FBI!
Wait, do you have a
don't have
badge? We don't.
unless
have-
Batch has a badge.
Probably have a mock badge.
He just holds up the purple handkerchief. FBI.
That's for
Picture
your.
the Goblin Girl. Anyway.
Federal
Back it.
Bureau of Ivy.
We're rated in.
That one wasn't me.
That,
I didn't
that
start
was
that
a
rabbit hole,
a
guys.
badge creation.
We love you, chat.
Okay. You guys get to the station, the police station. And the guard kind of leans over and he's like, so what's the plan with...
We need to question her. We also need somebody with the ability of compelling her to tell the truth via potion or spell.
Let me go see what we've got potion-wise. Our spellcaster is off today. It's their day off.
Then call them in. This is breaking the law of the twins by teleporting to the plains on days other than payday.
I watched her kill multiple close friends of mine.
I am sorry to hear that.
I think we can call them in.
I too was witness to these heinous acts.
Let me see what I can do. There's only so much I can do. I am fresh out of training. I've been here.
It is my third day.
I've been here for 15 weeks, and it's my 5th day without my trainer. So I will do what I can.
Let me ask you,
John.
John, where's the captain? Is Meredith here? I'm named the other captain.
Olivia.
Olivia?
Olivia's here.
May we speak to her?
I'll go get her. He leads Augury into a room, and he's just kind of like, in you go. Really stiff. He's very new.
In you go. Doesn't
Is it-
like know what emotion to show.
He's like, in you go. We'll be with you in a second. And he slams the door.
Am I stern or polite?
Please hold.
Closes the door.
We need Olivia Benson up in here. That's who we need.
Got it.
Lucky for you, you're getting Olivia.
Beautiful.
He leaves. Presumably to go get Olivia. Giving you 2 a second.
I was to say, while we have a moment, I mean, we've got her. I mean, they have to have somebody who can compel her to tell the truth. My whole thing of rushing in there was to get her here. We need to have, there has to be somebody, we're in the Feywild, they have to have somebody who can compel her to tell the truth. I mean, I've known cities in the material plane that could do that.
I agree with you. That's why when I first saw her, I didn't understand why we had to gather more evidence when we saw her do it. We
Yeah.
were there.
Eyewitnesses. And I'll, like, put my hand on your shoulder and I'll be like, I'm sure this is difficult given everything, but you're doing great.
Thanks. I haven't sold anyone yet, accidentally.
No. Just a one-off, that was. Oh, what did Batch say?
Oh, he gave his stone to Ivy.
Oh, shit.
At that moment, Batch skids into the art gallery.
Nobody move!
And you're just gonna see Chomsky just like he's got like 3 notebooks out and like a book that he's flipping through, and he turns and just goes, "Oh, hello."
Where they're at?
Augury.
Yeah, where's Augury at? Yeah.
She went through the painting first,
So she is gone.
and then she came back,
Okay.
and then we questioned her. Why did you go in? And then she revealed to us that her bedroom's in there. So now I'm studying the painting, and he goes back to doing what he's doing.
No.
No. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah. Where's the Alice and
something flower god. I was really intrigued by the painting. Batch, may I comment? You seem like you are distressed.
Can I sit down for a minute?
Please do.
Okay.
Could you actually? And he hands you a book. He's like, I need you to. He's gonna tell you to like read him off something while he's like looking at another book.
All right. What do you need?
So 3 paragraphs down, there's a list of ingredients. Could you read that off to me real quick?
All right.
And he's like doing like a matrix. Like,
Tulip petals.
okay,
Monkey.
that's the wrong
Pale.
paragraph. I've read it hundreds of times.
Oh.
Down from that.
Oh. Okay. 4-leaf clover.
I think that's the right one. Thank you.
Right.
And then he's just gonna go on. The contents don't matter that much.
Ravenclaw.
Means,
Hufflepuff.
beans, potatoes, and greens. You name it.
Okay. So
You are able to decipher what spell this is. It's a simple transportation enchantment on it. So you are able to reverse engineer your way through.
Ooh. Into her bedroom.
Chomsky?
That sounds really creepy.
Wait,
Like,
Chomsky.
Wait. What was that last ingredient?
Frog legs.
It doesn't matter now. And he sticks his hand through it, and he looks over at Batch.
No, come back. No, please don't leave me.
No.
Wait, can you peek your head in? Is it a bedroom?
He sticks his head in.
It's an office.
Yes, it seems so.
Wait, can I see? And
Can he go through it, or is it just me?
It's open.
Oh, I was gonna say, do I just bash me up in the face?
can I see?
You stick your head in.
Is there a bed?
No.
This is an office.
This looks exactly like my study. I also slept in there.
So this is your house?
No,
Huh?
of course not.
Oh, okay.
It's just a study.
So whose is this?
Presumably Augury's, and he steps in.
So you step in.
Yep.
There is a desk in the center of the room. Hold
Yep.
on.
I've invaded a woman's room.
I like how really, you broke into this woman's bedroom.
This could be huge. There's could be so much
All the
evidence.
evidence.
Put it on top. Put it on
Yeah.
top. Put it on top.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything. I love it. But I'm gonna keep singing.
Are we back? Are we back? Are we
And
back?
we're
Back?
but we're fucking blurry. Oh my god, that's so crazy.
Thanks, Gab.
Gelatinous.
Test. We should have audio now.
Gavin, can you hear us?
Can you confirm?
There will be probably a point because this we switched over to this scene a little bit previously, so there'll be
Great.
a point with no volume.
Okay.
Fine.
Cool. He said yes. All right.
Okay.
Anyway.
Thank you, Gavin. You're the best.
Yeah, appreciate
Thanks,
it, man.
Gavin.
I guess quickly, what was the last thing that you did here before everything went down?
I
Did he
went through the
hear-
painting. I stuck my head
Yeah.
through, and now we are in an office.
Yeah, you guys are in an office. In this office, there is a desk. There is one chair behind the desk. There is 2 crates stacked up in the corner, a bookshelf, and there is a skeletal raven sitting on like a bird perch.
That skeletal raven looks like it's alive.
It's sitting there. It's not moving.
Okay.
Oni.
Did I mention that there's 2 chairs across? Like there's meetings that happen in here.
Okay. Chomsky will use a minor illusion after seeing that thing to just put a black piece of paper in front of its face.
Okay.
It's just right in front of its
blindfold.
face.
Okay.
Cool. And then he's going to immediately just say, "Batch, we need to find incriminating evidence immediately. Let's begin. I'm gonna take the left side, you take the right side,
Okay.
and then we're gonna start rummaging."
Okay, give me an investigation check. We're gonna flash back to the flower garden.
I roll so bad.
You're doing really great.
You're awesome.
You're handling this all very well.
I,
I just really feel like we're getting ahead now.
yeah,
I
thank
rolled
you.
pretty good.
Did amazing. Were you an officer?
Nope.
No?
Nope. I've been arrested many times though.
Oh, okay. So kind of like opposite
Yeah,
perspective.
I was like, what would get me like, what would make me go with a cop if I needed to?
But you did fantastic. You were very stern, and then
Thanks.
I forgot that we didn't actually have the authority to do that.
Well, we do. I mean, we were hired by Ivy, so we kind of do. I mean, we're
They
working in
didn't
the
really
interest.
give us like the stipulations to that, did they?
Yeah, we should really get that clarified next time we're talking with Ivy. Like, what are the limits of our authority? Because, like, for me, like, we're acting on her authority. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're agents of hers, not deputized.
Yeah. And we know Augury did it. We were there for it.
Yeah, we know that she's committed a very serious crime.
Yeah, we're not in the wrong at all. It's just whatever legal system
they have
Yeah.
here.
Well, to be clear, like, I lean in and I kind of whisper to you, I have no idea if she's stolen one of Ivy's books or not, but I'm trying to get justice for a very serious crime that she did to you and your family.
I agree.
I mean, like, it's also very unsettling, especially with all of this, question about, like, Ivy losing a book and the Unseelie making threats and stuff like that, and just, I don't know, it just feels all connected to me, and just feels like we need some way of confirming her part in it and seeing who she's associated with.
I will say I've been very upset that no justice has been made. Vilra was half alive when we came here, and then I am grateful to have a purpose and to help Ivy and try to find this book, but I am upset that it feels like no one sought justice for what happened at the monastery.
Right. It's just what's right.
Yeah,
I mean,
I agree. And as soon as we get a truth potion or spell that can compel her to tell the truth.
Yeah, well, the thing is that I was working as a bodyguard once for this, let's say the less than reputable guy, and they brought me in for questioning. I don't know the legality of it or not, but I was compelled to tell the truth. I couldn't lie. I mean, I felt like I didn't have to answer, but I also felt if I didn't, I would be in more trouble with the authorities. So, I mean, I spoke the truth.
Maybe I can ask Rosemary about something too.
The other thing too is, if she refused to answer, I mean, hopefully there's, that's telling in and of itself if she refuses to answer something.
Exactly, especially when she knows that she's compelled to tell the truth if she's skirting around it.
Right. If only there were a way that we could like command it, like speak or something like that. I don't know. It'd be nice.
Probably.
Wait, you think Chomsky could do something like that?
At this point, Olivia comes down. Her hands are like crossed behind her back.
I thought you were saying she was arrested. I was like, what?
No, she walks. She's got very good posture. Backs. She's got like a very stiff, straight back. She like carries her like shoulders back. She's very proper.
Yeah.
She's got her hands behind her back, and she's like, "Hello again,
This is Meredith or Olivia?
Olivia."
Greetings, Olivia. We've apprehended the individual who, because now I'm sorry to have to ask this again, but it's been a long time now. Who collected us from? Was it?
It was Benjamin and Meredith.
Meredith.
Yes.
But those three are related, right?
They're not related.
Not blood, but
but
like they're super close.
Yeah.
Okay. We got her. We have Augury. She's been detained, and we need to question her. We need to compel her to tell the truth about what happened, and we need to find out what is larger at stake. I mean, she didn't just randomly pick her monastery for no good reason. You're the authority figure. You know how best to question her, how best to move forward, and how best to get these answers. So,
But we know.
She's like, "Do you guys want to interview her, or do you want me to go in there?"
I would like to be present, but I mean, first off, Blue Rose guy, John, I think he said his name, very nice. Seems like he'll be a great cop one day, but he was like, "Oh, our magic caster's out today." She's coming in, right? We got her.
Next best thing. Before she leaves, she does tend to make a enchantment of sorts.
A potion. Something that we can get her to
Yes.
compel the truth.
Yes.
Great.
I don't like calling in on days off, because then I have to pay overtime and I have to get approval from Ivy, and it's just a whole administrative disaster.
I think she says that to me, and Jorik does such a bad job of hiding his unbridled rage at the fact that she's like, it's really inconvenient that we have to question this terrorist who burned down your family home.
But I do have a way.
Yeah, I mean, and he doesn't say that, but I think he's just like, right, yeah, we wouldn't want to do that, would we?
I don't think I can be there. I can't be unbiased. I don't think I can.
Yeah, That's fine.
I can wait out here.
Do you have? Is there a way for her to like listen?
Yeah, so she leads you into a room. Just like in the TV shows, there is like a one-way glass.
Okay.
What the? That's not a mirror.
No, we can see, and she can't see this way.
That's embarrassing.
And then she turns on.
5 seconds before, Jorak was just scratching his butt right in front of. Yeah, I think I'll
Turns on
wait
the
here. This
speaker.
is perfect. Thank you.
Okay.
I don't want to interfere with the investigation.
She's like, "So are you coming in, or are you sitting here?"
No, I'm coming in.
Okay.
I'm going in.
She walks into the interrogation room, and she just kind of throws down. It looks like a little mushroom, but it's pink, and like the red mushrooms with like the white spots. It's like that, but the spots are just kind of like swirls instead.
Okay.
And she goes, "If you've got nothing to hide, you would eat it," to Augury. And Augury kicks back, puts her feet up on the table, and she goes, "I want my lawyer."
Great. Your attorney can be present while you are questioned.
Correct.
It's great.
She's like, "So now we have to wait for my lawyer to get here."
No, it's fine. I'm actually going to call a friend as well. I'll walk outside. Do you still have the coin to Ivy?
Yeah.
May I?
Yeah.
Ivy. Ivy.
Yes.
I thought the line went dead.
I don't know how these things
I
work.
have no idea either. They're just magic rocks to me. Ivy, we've apprehended Augury, and we have her at the Flower God headquarters. She's talking about retrieving her lawyer and things like that. I think that if you would come here to exert some of your influence and presence, it might show the seriousness of this endeavor. And especially if it's a local attorney or counselor, they might, think about the repercussions of aiding and abetting a terrorist.
She says, she does the tongue click, like the, yeah, I can be there. Love to be there.
Wonderful.
And then she says, "I'll be there as soon as I can."
By the way, never mind. Can we get in contact with Chomsky and them?
Chomsky would have been able to hear that.
Yeah.
Because it's a shared line with
Yeah,
the rocks.
It's a it's group call.
Phones,
It's group
yeah,
call.
you can pick it up and hear your neighbors talking. Yeah.
Do they hear it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You would have heard it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, if you'll let me, try to connect with Rosemary again.
Sick.
We're gonna swap back to the investigation checks.
And we hear that going on,
Yes.
Yes.
and Chomsky's just leaving it in his pocket. He's like, I don't have time to deal with this.
Yeah.
And he's panicking. 14 investigation. We're once again looking for false bottoms, looking for creaky
17
floorboards. We're
investigation.
looking for pieces of paper. But Chomsky would have also said, please be expeditious in your search, but try to make it look like we were never here. I trust you.
Okay.
17.
14.
Sitting on the desk, there's a bunch of lists. There's like a grocery list. There's there's a wine glass and a bottle of wine sitting next to it. It's opened. The wine glass is stained a little bit. Underneath the bottle of wine, like it's holding it down, there is a congratulations card.
Is this on my side of the room or Chomsky's?
Yours.
Mine? Okay. Now
It's
they all only say congratulations.
it does it does say like congrats on the big deal with the art gallery. It's signed Carrion. You don't find too much past that. It's kept really clean.
Weapons.
There's like a dagger.
Cloak.
You open up the cabinet. There's a cloak in here.
Chomsky's convinced.
Criminal.
All cloaks and daggers.
Chomsky
That's
look.
the ethical.
So Batch will be like shuffling through things, and he will grab the cloak, and he'll take the dagger, and he'll turn and he'll go, Batch.
I think we got a bad egg.
Is this evidence?
I think so.
How long does your minor image last?
Minor image? Good question.
15 hours.
6 seconds.
Minor
Is it 6
illusion
seconds?
is
a cantrip.
Duration is 1 minute.
Oh, is it 1 minute?
It is.
Oh, it is 1 minute. It's 1 minute.
So by the time you guys finish your investigation, it drops. Perception checks.
What is up with this bird?
A 5.
14 again. I've rolled so many 14s now.
14.
14s and 8s.
Lots of them.
It looks the same, too. You're like, did it move?
All right, I'm
This bird.
jumping through the portal again.
You're out?
Chomsky, come on, man, come on.
No. Come on. No. No.
I just have my hand through. Chomsky.
The lists. Chomsky's gonna look at the list. He's going to try to do a intelligence check. He's looking for code writing.
Okay. Did you take the card with you? Or did you
I
leave
put it right
Yeah,
back.
put it
26
You don't get
patterns, codes.
you don't get any patterns from the lists. It looks like to-do lists, like things to buy. You look over at the congrats card. And it looks like there might have been something spilled on it, but like
Wine.
no, like an ink.
But
That wasn't-
disappeared.
It's kind of like wavy. You know how paper gets when it gets
Yeah,
wet?
it was wet. Yes.
It was wet, but
So he can assume that there was invisible ink.
potentially.
Okay. How do you make that known? How do you like
Didn't
see
you
invisible
use
ink?
invisible ink?
Well, no, I discovered that Azalea was using invisible ink by using the imprintations and the chalk, but there's no blank pieces of paper around here that I can see.
Well, that was impressions from her writing a letter.
Gotcha.
Which, if it's ink, there still has to be pressing of the utensil, right? Unless she like painted it with a brush.
There's
Roll me
no,
an Arcana check if
Okay.
you like.
Yeah.
I'll give it to you, because Chomsky has a high intelligence.
14. What?
14.
14.
Good love, 14.
414.
There's something magical about this card. You're not entirely certain.
You're a little bit
You
more
notice the
certain.
invisible ink.
Oh, there's invisible ink
There is invisible ink.
on it.
Yes.
Can I read it? How do I proc it?
Our AJ's in the comments. 14.
14.
You are. You know, Gramps is a stingy bastard. He's an old man. He does not like to share.
I'm so sorry.
He doesn't
Sorry.
like to share. It's okay.
He doesn't like to share secrets. So a lot of what he has in the house that he has not shared with you is an invisible ink.
Okay.
Because he wanted to keep it to himself.
And I would have had to decipher it.
Chomsky, being the bookish boy that he is, would have absolutely figured out a way
Yes.
to read it.
Well, and Gramps is, hasn't been around for a while. So
Right.
He would have had time.
Is he dead?
Grandfather.
You're able to read it. You hold it up to like, you know that there are torches in the next room, back in the gallery. You can go up to them and hold it up in a way that you can read it.
Okay.
So he's through the portal.
He's going to take it. And then he is going to find any piece of paper. Any piece of paper at all.
Okay.
And he is going to write. Okay. He's going to sit there and he's going to think. And he's going to look up at the bird. And he's going to be like. And then he's going to look down at the paper. And he's going to take a quill that he would have. Just this piece of paper with lists on it. And he'll just say, I'm watching you. -C. And then he's going to walk out.
Okay.
Carrion. Chomsky! Shit! They both have C's.
You just
See.
implicated yourself.
I thought you meant SEA.
We're gonna flash back to the interrogation room. And Augury is going to...
The attorney's there?
Not yet.
Okay.
She's like, so, Captain, can I show you something?
Aren't we out of the room?
You-
Well, I'm out of the room.
you're-
She's not. Yeah, the captain's not.
She's just sitting there. She's like, I'm waiting for the attorney. Just kind of like putting pressure on her. She's like, Captain, can I show you something? Olivia shrugs, and Augury casts a spell. In her hand, you both see there's an orb. You can hear her, what she's saying as well. In the orb, you see Chomsky and Batch in a room. That's not at the gallery.
Illegally obtaining evidence?
Illegally obtaining evidence.
We have authority
Yeah, we do. I mean,
to investigate. of
unless
course.
we illegally obtained Augury as well.
I will say, I think Batch was done investigating by the time that it dropped, because you had mentioned it. So all you would see from Batch is his hand through the painting going like this.
I like that a lot more.
monkey
Just
paw.
just an orb with just a hand. Come on.
Yeah, so you see that they went into a room, and she goes, there seems to be a burglary happening in one of my private rooms.
I'm still waiting for Ivy. I mean,
Ivy shows up, and Olivia stands up, and she walks out, and she goes up to Ivy, and she's like, I don't know what to do. she's like,
what's wrong?
your friends went into somebody's private rooms
All right. Yeah, it's crime
Without-
for sure, but
without a search warrant.
yeah, that's all right. That's fine. It doesn't have any effect on what she did
Right, but if they found something,
if it's related to that crime.
it's not admissible to court
If it's related to that
if
crime.
it's related to that crime.
There's no knowing of if that's related. Yeah, I'm perfectly willing to let them stand trial for the crime of burglary if that's what they did. Fine, but she still needs to be questioned for. And regardless of that, Ivy, are we not your champions?
Are we not
your?
investigating right now? Like, that's the purpose for
That's
the books?
and
Like,
that's kind of I turn to you
Yes.
and I point at her.
Yeah.
Exactly, we have the authority of you, do we not, Ivy, to
Whenever
further
you want a
investigation?
flashback, I'm ready for.
Ivy's like, yes, you have authority, but
You are the head of Edelholm Shah,
I
an
know.
archfey.
I know.
What higher authority is there?
You hear in
God.
the pocket, the rock says, "I might have found something."
you just hear. Good job. Get back to the guard headquarters immediately.
Oh, okay. Just give me a moment.
Good job, Chomsky. It's good
I
thinking.
think it's safe to say that we're unfamiliar with the court proceedings here, but we're under the impression that we were your investigators. And the only evidence that we have gotten so far is that something is happening with this art gallery, and I saw her with my own eyes
Here's
I-
the
destroy the monastery and open a portal.
To be clear, I apprehended her because she committed a crime against the twins, which is opening an elemental plane portal on the material plane on a day other than Fey Day, regardless of whether or not she was associated with any other crimes or anything, is irrelevant to the reason why she's here right now and needs to be questioned.
Correct.
That is why I brought her in. So that is why she needs to be questioned under magical means. And if you can compel her to speak while she's under these means, we will get, I'm sure, many, many answers, if not at least a confession to the crime that she has committed. That being said, Chomsky...
I'll see what I can do about Chomsky and Batch.
No, Chomsky, Batch, myself, and Erlaeus, we're working at your behest.
Right, that's why I will do what I can for them. Most of the time, I don't know how it works on the material plane. You need, like, court permission.
Forgive me. Are you not in Archfey? Are you not in charge?
Correct, but I'm not like Ronin, you know?
Yes, but this is your town. It's like
But
saying...
they're all Ronin's town.
But what I'm saying is it's like saying the king didn't give me the order, but the prince did, so... Still divine charge as far as how I see it and how we understood it, which is why we are acting in such a way.
I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do.
Evidence!
I'm just.
Cloak and dagger, we got her! We got her!
I'm just excited because it's sounding like I'm gonna have to be Chomsky's lawyer.
What a scene.
At you guys, there's a little goblin, a little pink goblin comes in, wearing tiny little round glasses. It's not the same.
I got it. To be clear, we never were in earshot of Augury, correct?
Correct. Yeah. So you would have heard like a on like the door that Augury's in.
There's no proof that that's actually Chomsky or Batch. We saw a hand in a suit of armor.
It could be an illusion, too.
Regardless, there's
a
lots
liar.
of suits of armor. That could be anyone. I've seen many suits of armor of very similar make. And
well
that's a
as just
hand.
Trickery.
Is just because it's a monkey hand, it's him? She sounds like the racist now.
Well, as he exits, Batch does go.
You guys.
They get here?
No, on the way out, you do, with your perception check, you notice that the eye of that raven would have like turned a little bit towards you guys.
Yes, so Chomsky's aware that he's been watched. So, Chomsky, have we flashed back to Chomsky and Batch?
Yes. So, as I was saying, you hear a knock on the door. There's a little pink goblin that walks in with round glasses, and she just kind of looks over and she goes, "Turn off the speaker, please. I need to speak to my client." And then we're gonna flash back.
Chomsky immediately like darts over to the whatever the torch is, and he's gonna sit there to decipher it.
It says, A.
Yes.
4 have been delivered to PD. I dropped mine off with the changeling. I hope the wives were amicable. C.
He's going to copy all of it down. He is going to sit there, not think too long on it. Go back above the wine bottle, right in the spot. Step back out, and he's going to turn to Batch. And after he gets out, he's going to go, "Well, you may have to get P-Bucks back out."
For why?
Well, I think we were watched.
So, wait. Do you need a lawyer?
No, I think I might have to shed the armor for a bit, lay low.
Right. Yeah. I think that'd be pretty cool. I mean, good for us, for you.
But first, we need to get out of here. Mm-hmm. They knew we were here. Presumably, Augury knows we were here. And if she's being arrested, she's going to be near the Flower God. And if the Flower God knows that we just illegally broke and entered, oh no.
We're gonna need a lawyer, aren't we?
And a story. We need a story. You can write a story.
I've got this.
Okay.
All right.
Somebody stole my armor.
Somebody. Oh, exactly.
You're trying to call them.
Here, get out of your
just
armor,
sitting hoping.
and I might have to rough you up just a little bit.
Well, could we go back to the castle just so we're safe?
The castle, or do we want to go to the police department?
Anywhere but the police department.
Okay, castle first, then police department.
Why do you want to go there? They're going to arrest us.
Well, if we're not us, we got to turn in the crime of what happened to us.
Of course, that might be a little bit excessive. We'll work on that story back at the castle. Let's go back there. We'll get our ducks in a row.
Right.
Is it at all reasonable while the I have another question and follow up about the goblin. But is it at all reasonable to say that there was a moment where her and I were by ourselves, and I could have reached out to these guys?
Sure.
Boys, you need to. You guys need to come into the Flower Guard headquarters. They've Augury's aware of. You guys just need to come in and we can explain everything. Don't need to worry. There's nothing to worry about.
He's gonna look at the stone and hear that, and he's gonna look at Batch and be like, I don't want to go to jail.
You won't go. You won't go to jail. They don't. I don't think they stole anything. Give me a second.
Do I hear any of that, like, on a phone that's sideways?
I don't know.
I'm asking you.
Huh? No, he wouldn't have talked into it.
Okay.
Batch,
To talk to her.
he wouldn't have. I'm 100% sure we were seen.
I know we were seen. Yeah. I don't think I was.
What are they saying?
I think
don't
you were
know.
seen. So you need to shed the armor. Say your armor was stolen, and then if they try to, they saw a hand, and yeah, I've got pretty distinguished hands, but maybe I just don't show up.
If you don't show up, I'm not showing up.
Are you guys still there? What happened?
All right,
You cut
maybe
out.
we both show up, but I.
Guys, Ivy's here. She'll protect us no matter what. We're fine.
Okay.
I'm keeping the armor on if we go there.
All right, you go there.
You're
I'll go
coming-
there.
You're coming with me.
We'll go there together.
I feel like
If you ditch town, I'm coming with you.
I'm not ditching town.
We could leave now.
We could do that. No, they wouldn't
Sorry,
catch us.
Krista.
All right.
Okay.
I love the thought that
Come
Chauncey
on.
doesn't know what rock paper
All right.
scissors is.
Pick a number between 1 and 10. If you get the right number, we ditch town. If you don't, we stay.
3.14159.
All right, we're going to the police department. We're going to the police department. All right, let's go. Let's just go. Let's just go. I'm not running. You're carrying me, and I'm going to climb up on your back.
Guys, are you in danger? I've been talking to you guys, and there's no responses on our end.
We're coming.
My armor.
I'm looking at you. Are they in danger? Are they being attacked?
Somebody has stolen my armor. I didn't know what to say. I just.
All right, now you've got to ditch the armor.
Guys, there's more than one suit of armor in the world. You don't need to worry about it. Just because there's a video of a suit of armor is not incriminating that it's you.
How does someone steal your suit of armor?
All right,
I have so
hold on.
many questions.
Hold on.
Guys,
Quite-
Ivy is an archfey. She'll
We
protect
don't have
us.
your rock.
I'm thinking that he's holding the rock and I'm grabbing his
Taking
hand.
a whole hand.
Are you trying to say that Chomsky's armor is just a suit of armor? I think I take
He's
offense
gonna
to
take
that
the rock
for
back.
him.
It's a one of a kind.
It's a one of a kind, asshole.
It's okay. We've already beat the person who stole the armor, and they've disappeared.
He got his armor back. Let's go.
Actually, like, I think this story's gonna
I
work.
think it
Wait,
works.
what's that, Ivy? Yeah, full pardons all the way around. Perfect.
All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Go. Let's go. Let's go.
He's gonna go wait.
What?
Before we go in, then he's gonna put on his cloak.
Jorek, are they
Excellent.
criminals?
Yeah.
If they are, they're very bad.
Hey, can you punch me right in the
I'll tell
right in
you
the
what,
eye?
they're not
I can take a punch. I can take a punch.
Roll the hit, I guess.
Yeah, you don't have to roll a hit. Just roll damage.
Roll damage.
20.
Do you have your thunder gauntlets?
Yes, I don't unequip them.
Under gauntlet him.
I'll do a
Can you
strike.
like elbow bash me?
Yeah. Can I do an unarmed strike?
can only
is elbow
shoot
bash
you.
unarmed strike?
Unarmed strike is anything. You can headbutt. You can,
You do
Okay.
damage.
Right in my eye. One
sit on
damage.
him.
Yep.
All right, my eye. Damn. Okay. Excellent. I look like I just got beat up. Thank you. That'll fool him.
Going back, you said that the goblin came in, had glasses.
Yeah.
Did it look like Coke bottle glasses? Like a familiar, maybe older version of a picture that I've seen recently?
Maybe. But
That's
like,
why I was holding the picture up.
but
I'm
like-
huh?
you weren't there.
Guys, not all goblins.
Not all goblins.
Does she look like at one point she had very crooked buck teeth? I'll roll insight.
She's got braces on.
Ask her.
Oh, she's got braces on?
Orthodontist is.
I don't even want to imagine what medieval braces would look like.
Yeah,
Yep.
me
A
either.
2x4 with nails in it.
Anyway,
Continue.
She's got like her hair is like braided. She's got like a low knot. She's in there and she's just kind of like listening to whatever Augury's saying.
Yeah,
So we can see them still, we just can't hear them.
Right.
Oh, can we see them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They
The
didn't.
two-way.
Yeah.
I would assume that they darkened it, but
Retcon. The goblin's name is AJ.
Is that the retcon?
Who knows?
We haven't named her yet.
Abigail Johansson.
That's her name now.
Favorite fruit, lemons.
Abigail
Actually,
Johansson?
it's
That
pears.
sounds like a...
I was thinking
hot
more of like
lawyer.
an Edma.
That's giving hot lawyer vibes.
Big glasses.
So
So hot right now.
Abigail Johansson, attorney at law.
Yeah, no. That's the vibe I'm getting.
Yeah, I know.
So
it.
they talk for a while. By the time that
Can I roll an insight?
yeah,
Does the lawyer have a good poker face? That is a 16.
you get the sense that the goblin's like she's well paid for a reason.
So she's not really given a lot off. Okay.
She's a
and
good lawyer.
She did show the
earlier I
fuck
had
up
rolled
quickly.
to reach out to Rosemary.
Oh
Yeah, a 22.
Rosemary was like, well, what do you say to her?
I would have just like kind of bowed my head. Rosemary, we got her.
She had a cloak and a dagger.
I knew it was her. And now justice will be paid.
and swift.
Ivy is gonna take care of all of it. But it was Augury. And we're gonna make her tell the truth. I don't know how laws work, but we're gonna do it.
Rosemary's, you hear back in your head, and she's like, I do not know who you're talking about, but I'm glad that you got her. I'm hoping that it's the one that burned down the monastery, which I have a gift for you. When next time I see you, remind me to give it to you. Anyway.
I start sobbing. You are too great. I could never understand your power.
Could I add a stop on Batch and I's trip?
What's your stop?
Library. I want to get
Sure.
I want to get a book on Fey law.
He's gonna read it while he...
Show up to the court hearing.
I want to stop at the Fey Law Library. Fey Harvard.
Just don't go to the smut section.
Also,
You can start with the
adjacent to
library.
law
Do I
library.
find a book on Fey law?
There's a bunch of books on Fey Law.
Chomsky will take roughly 5 of them,
Okay.
and then will
Cuts one in half.
while they're walking, read as fast as skim, take notes, read as fast as can. He's looking on stuff that pertains to breaking and entering, and in particular, video evidence for breaking and entering, and if it can be used against us. It can? Is that not just he she said? They don't have it on replay.
He, she illusion.
The Feywild is a one-party consent state.
What do you mean?
So as long as one person is aware that you're being recorded, you can be recorded.
It also doesn't apply to private property.
But do they have a recording, or did they just see it in the org?
It talks about recordings in the, but you don't. You're not entirely sure if it recorded you or not.
Do they have a policy on AI generated?
Can they confirm?
Can I debate that
To be
it's AI
fair,
generated?
they never saw a face. They only saw...
They saw a suit
Suit
of
of
armor
armor
and a hand.
and a hand.
Which is not incriminating of individuals.
And they never saw me enter because there was a black piece of paper in front.
So breaking and entering, there wasn't any entering.
You were just there.
Chomsky, we're not going to break this out because it could get really funny. But he's going to do everything he can in his studies to put together a case.
We're not going to break this out because it could get real funny.
Real funny.
But
I'm kind of itching to be a
I
lawyer.
like funny. I'm here for
he's
it.
going to make a case.
Okay.
All right, you need to tell me everything that you can. I don't... You I got this. We're not going to jail, buddy.
The goblin walks out into the room that you guys are in, and she's like,
Right. Hello.
she's got her hands on her hips. She's like,
Pleasure to meet you, Jorak. What's your name?
Abigail Johansson.
God damn. Pleasure to meet you.
I wish I could say the same. You are accusing my client of things she did not do. Anyway, and
Something that I know she did.
She was summoned to answer questions, actually. She's not formally been accused of any crimes yet.
she looks directly at you. And then she looks back. And she's like, right.
No, formally. We're agents, we do not have the
I'm sorry.
ability to charge.
Do we know each other?
Abigail Johansson.
No, I've heard of you. The interview can commence. And she goes into the room and she sits down. She pulls over like a booster seat. It's small.
I love how stern she is. Abigail Johansson.
How small.
Gives her a little.
Can we say that she's got one of those booster seats that like pops out of her briefcase just
Her briefcase is the booster seat. So
I
she
love
just
it.
like
Also, can I get one for this chair? Because to be at the same height as you guys, I have to sit on my legs. And then when I go down, I'm
makes
right
sense.
here.
I'll get you a booster seat, don't worry.
Thank you. Can I also go by Abigail Johansson?
Only if you have Coke bottle glasses
It's true.
and
I'll get
crooked teeth.
My next one-shot character, man, is gonna be
Abigail
Johansson.
Johansson. It's too late. She already exists in my world. She was imported seconds ago.
Anyway, she sits there and Augury is just kind of, she's still got her feet up on the table, not a care in the world. And Abigail has her hands crossed in front of her, waiting for you guys to start questioning.
Keep forgetting your name.
Meredith.
Olivia.
Olivia. Is Olivia not?
Olivia comes in and she motions to the mushroom, and Augury picks it up and she eats it. No, she doesn't like try to hold back or anything.
Yeah, she eats the
The magic mushroom.
Too bad it was psychedelic. Get ready for the wildest ride.
her head explodes.
She signs off like a consent form before she eats the mushroom because, you know, you can't sign forms if you're under the influence of something.
Yeah. I turned
Olivia turns to you and she's like, you brought her in. You got questions?
Very well. Where were you on the night of, and I named the night of the
The attack.
The 12th of Greenbirth? Or 13th of Greenbirth, actually?
I named the date and the time.
Well, oil paintings take a while. So I was painting for the gallery that was coming up in a couple weeks from that time. I think I was actually meeting with one of the subjects of the painting.
And what is your association with Carrion?
He is a good friend of mine.
A personal friend, business friend?
Met doing business, and now we're just really good friends.
What business are you in?
Trade.
Can you be more specific on your trade? It is planar trade.
We do work with interplanar trade.
So you are familiar with teleportations and the like.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the crossroads and how they work.
Swallow it. Swallow it. You nope, that's not how this works.
Hold on, we gotta put a timestamp on
I
that.
did.
That was legendary.
I'm out.
Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
that was mine.
I want the timestamp to end at the swallow it.
That was the plan.
That was class right there.
So tell me, you are well versed in the ability to travel between planes.
Correct.
For yourself and for others?
Yeah, and business.
Now, you mentioned that you had associates within the, or rather friends, that you had done paintings of and for.
Yes.
I noticed a bunch of them. Would you be able to name those individuals?
Of course.
Go ahead.
Vulcan. Or Prince Vulcan.
And your relation to Prince Vulcan, how did you meet him?
He
He's I'm assuming, the fireplane.
He requested a portrait. Same with the rest of them.
And you've only known them for those individual instances?
Yes, personally, I've only known them for those instances.
Have your business relations with these individuals gone on for an extended period of time?
Like I said, oil paint takes a while to...
Of course. So if you had to put a day or amount of time that you've worked or spent with this individual?
A week?
Week? Solid week worth of hours, meeting with them once a day. I think it's very important that we're very specific in these matters.
Probably about a week's worth of work. I mean, portraits take a while.
Of course.
They have to stand still for an extended period of time.
So it's fair to say that you got to know each other while you
Sure.
were spending this time. What did you talk about?
All of his princely duties.
Which include
You know, running the fire plane.
the fire plane. Now,
At this time, you two are coming in. The person at the front would lead you back to where Aerolos is in the back room.
Hello.
She's sitting like, like just fully engrossed in this. Jorak is interrogating Augury.
what is your association or relation to Rosemary?
I have never met Rosemary.
But you're clearly aware of her. I mean, she's one of the Fae.
Correct, but I don't have any association with
No,
her.
personal association.
I don't have any personal association with her.
Ever have any feelings strongly to or against her?
Nope.
Never visited any of her monasteries?
She pauses, and her lawyer goes, "Don't answer that."
Let the record show that the individual refused to answer.
Is there like a globe
There
thing
is,
that's like recording a sphere?
Yeah.
Cool.
Let the record show that Augury refused to answer whether or not she had ever attended Monastery of Rosemary. Now, has your work ever taken you to the material plane?
Only on Fayday.
Only on Fayday. And where, may I ask, have you been on the Fayday?
I have visited the elven city of Riven, and I've also been to Carasteris.
And did you stay past Fayday or returned shortly
Returned
after?
the day of.
The day of. So there would never be any record of you being in any of these places or being seen by any individual aside from us.
There are some pigments that are only found on the material plane that I had to get for paint.
Of course. But nobody would be able to verify you outside
Shopkeep.
of that day.
No.
Shopkeep or anything like that.
Nope.
I turn to, is Ivy in the room?
Ivy would have been like, "Do you want me in the room? Do you want me to stay out here?" It's like, it's up to you.
I'm fine with Ivy being out there. I will say we actually have an individual who witnessed you attacking a monastery of Rosemary's. Somebody,
I personally have not attacked a monastery of Rosemary's.
but somebody's witnessed you there.
I have personally never attacked a monastery of Rosemary's.
I would like to call a second witness, somebody to substantiate our claims.
Do you need a lawyer?
What's your mentor's name?
Vilya.
Vilya. I almost said Vilya.
She was sent back home.
Vilya.
So she was sent back home, so she's...
But she can't be contacted.
Yeah. It'll take time to get her here.
No, not that we need to physically bring her here, but we can have her via sending or some other form of communication.
Yeah.
Do those work in her planner?
I don't know if sending does, but I'm sure that there's planar contact that even if it's not us, Ivy could do.
Yeah,
I mean,
we were
obviously,
thinking-
Rosemary can contact between planes.
Ivy's like, I think they want me to contact your friend. What's your friend's name? I can't remember. I met her that one time. She's shaking your shoulders.
Ivy's kind of
Vilya?
I need my books.
Ivy's like, where are my books at?
Vilya. She's at the Monastery of Fulfillment.
Okay. I
Yes.
remember her.
Are,
I'll be back.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Okay.
She's like, we're just so close to my books. I can feel it. And she like leaves for a second. Like compose herself.
She's like the girl at the party who lost her vape, freaking out.
I just need to hit it.
I know, what if you took it?
Augury's like, okay, you have a witness.
We have everybody here. Ivy's here and can substantiate.
Ivy comes in and she just kind of stands there, arms crossed, just like
Ivy's pissed.
she's like trying to look mean, but like she doesn't have a mean face, so she just looks kind, but like she's like furrows her brows a little bit to look mean.
Ivy, thank you.
That's your patron.
My lady, thank you so much for gracing us with
This
your
is like
presence
her
and
strong suit.
being
not.
ability to answer these questions that we may have for you. I have just a few follow-up questions for you, as well as our witness, as well as Rosemary. I'm sure that you are able to. And I turn to the attorney and we can all agree that Ivy's character is impugnable, that she will always tell the truth, as she's a Fae. One of the most powerful Fae, in fact. And Fae do not lie.
Correct.
Now, Ivy, how did we meet?
I brought you guys here.
And
I summoned you specifically.
do you remember how we were who retrieved us when you sent somebody to collect us through portal?
Yeah, it was Ben and Meredith.
And Ben and Meredith are
Two of my 3 closest advisors.
and Flower Guard, correct?
Yes.
Knight Commander and First Knight of
Yes.
your Flower Guard.
Yes.
Here. Very upstanding officers.
Great people.
Yes, very great people. And upstanding officers of the law.
She's a proud boss.
I love them.
She's a people person.
I will, and I'm going to retcon, and I'm just going to say that I requested all of the people I need. Everybody you can substantiate. Meredith, I'm going to, if you can get Sam, the halfling.
He's gone too.
Yeah,
He was sent back to them.
but you can still, I'm sure, be contacted via Archfey.
Would he help you? Is the
It's if he contacts and
Yeah.
whether he shows. There's literally no reason for him not to, though. You know what I mean? Unless one of them got to him, but I doubt that they would do that. They would probably just kill him.
I was just thinking about how he's a coward.
It's true. I mean,
And you shook him down for his money.
I did shake him down. And basically, I just go through the events. My main thing is I say, what were the circumstances of picking up of the two of us? What was the situation? It was the burning of the monastery.
Yep.
Can you confirm that her mentor was there? Yes.
Yeah.
And then the mentor is the big witness, and I say, who did you see at your monastery summoning with a portal to the fire plane?
She there's like a Ivy summons like a
Mirror.
mirror of sorts, and you see Villia on the other side.
And beer.
Everybody in the room would see Villia on the other side. The mirror's kind of like back towards you, so you don't quite see her. But you hear her voice as she says, it was quite spooky in there, but I think there was a tiefling. I think I saw the tiefling tail.
We spoke to the tiefling. I remember vividly, like, it was
Villia was unconscious, right?
went unconscious from the explosion
From
of the
the
portal
explosion.
opening. Yeah.
I don't think she was conscious.
She's like,
Yeah.
I think I remember seeing a tail. There was a lot of smoke and fire, and then everything was black.
Okay.
You see she's like rubbing like her shoulder where like she was badly burned.
And then because we came in after the portal was open already, so
Right.
we didn't see who opened it.
Now,
Because you guys heard the bang and you ran in.
Now, Ivy, I just have one last question. Do you have the ability to compel someone to tell the truth? More so, and I'm going to do my best to explain this as Jorik, but what I'm looking for is not zone of truth, but command, or charm person, or something of a not necessarily a charming effect, but like a wisdom, like a type of saving throw that's like You need to do it like a dominate person.
That she can't talk around.
That she can't refuse, or she can't talk around.
Let me see what she can do.
I would assume like a dominate person for an archfey.
Hold on.
It's in the other book.
It's in one of my books that was stolen.
I was gonna say it's in the stolen.
It may be.
While you're doing your thing, you're gonna hear
She
your
does say
rock
that.
ring in your pocket. Chomsky's gonna say, "Ask her if she's ever worked with Azalea." Just a little silent.
Must be in one of my lost books.
Okay. I will submit to a potion, or I will ask. I keep forgetting the Knight Commander's name.
Olivia.
Thank you. Sorry.
Just think Olivia Benson.
I ask.
Detective.
I turn to Olivia. Do you have one of those mushrooms that compels me and a friend to tell the truth? You have more of those, I assume.
I can go get them.
Would you mind?
She goes and she gets. It takes her a couple minutes to go down to the storeroom, get it, blah blah blah.
I ask you to come in and just say, I'm going to ask you just a very simple question. If you don't mind taking this, all it will do is compel you to tell the truth. If you don't mind.
Do I have to sign a paper? Like,
Yeah.
Do you need a lawyer?
I signed the paper saying I understand what it's
While
going to do.
while she's going and collecting the thing, I ask her, is she aware of an Azalea?
I've met Azalea.
And what is your relationship to Azalea?
She is a helpful girl. She helped me with a chore.
What chore was that?
A chore that was assigned to me that I did not want to complete myself.
Assigned by who?
Ooh.
My boss.
Who's your boss? Refuse to answer?
She kind of looks over at the goblin. When she looks back, the goblin goes, refuse to answer.
No.
You recognize the goblin.
While she's
No way!
while she's looking at the
right.
while she's
I'm
looking
disguising myself.
just while she's looking at the goblin, I'm just going to say, now keep in mind that threats against the lives of any archfey, Ivy, or anything that would do them harm, weaken their abilities, is considered high treason. Is it not here in the Fae? And I turn to Ivy. Is it not high treason to do offense to or willfully hurt an archfey?
Ivy's like, yeah, I mean, it's frowned upon.
So there's
Chomsky's reading the book. Is it illegal?
It's
how is
like
it not illegal? You can shoot the king, but as long as you don't kill him, you know. Like,
she's like, it's just never happened before. So the fact that somebody was able to get into my house and steal my stuff.
but it's still, I assume it's still law that they're like, you cannot willfully try to harm archfey or
Yeah.
things like that.
You can't try to harm Archfey.
Yeah, which same vis-a-vis, same thing.
Unless they weren't aware that the book was connected to her power.
It's just
That
a
one-
chore.
It's just a little chore. I just wanted to steal Ivy's book. I didn't know it would bother her.
My boss asked me to get my helpful girl and do my thing. Anyway.
Now, you said that this chore, if you're knocking...
Yeah, what are you doing?
I'm trying to talk to Chomsky.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Chomsky's just sitting there intentfully watching,
Chomsky,
listening. Wait, I'm listening.
I know you're listening. Let's get in the room as lawyers. Take off your armor. I'm gonna disguise myself. We're going in there as lawyers.
I refuse. You can go in there. If you need any questions, I have the books.
You've been
Just use the
reading the
rock.
book.
Use Airless as rock.
Fine, whatever.
I genuinely, I have all of the books right here. I can
right.
ask it. I can answer any question. you
Fine.
have.
And
Please
I'm-
use it.
I'm gonna walk away for a second. I'm disguising myself.
What do you disguise yourself as?
You don't have to walk away. It's a see-through glass. Or it's a one-way glass.
Was there anyone in the room with us?
No, just you guys.
Oh, then yeah, I can disguise myself.
You know
I'm
it.
gonna disguise myself because with the disguising kit, I can change somewhat of my appearance.
A little
right?
bit, yeah.
So I'm gonna give.
Still a very hairy man.
Yeah, keep in mind it's not the same thing as the spell.
Yeah, I know. So I'm going to put gloves on, para uno. I'm gonna have a nice suave like blazer, not to be compared with the Johnny P. Buck's blazer.
Okay.
This one's like a navy blue. I'm going navy blue. I'm gonna get my nice little fancy shoes on, and I am going to oh boy, how do I cover up the fact I'm gonna dye just my
dye.
entire face.
Oh yeah, you probably got face paint in your kit. You got a disguise kit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got dyes. Pigments.
I'm going in as a lawyer.
I'm gonna paint my entire face like a big nice beard, and then I'm gonna get my hair slicked because like I'm mostly human, so I feel like if I covered my monkey parts, then I could just make it look like a beard.
Sure.
You tucking your tail?
Of course, the tail is tucked.
Waistbanded. Sorry, that's inappropriate.
How do I look?
Do
I have to roll? What do I have to roll for this?
Performance.
Gonna roll insight.
19 plus 10, that's a 29.
And against
Oh,
a
lawyer
15
man.
insight, is Chomsky.
You're impressed.
I would not know who you are if you walked up to me.
Excellent. All right.
I'm not gonna know who.
Listen, if you have any questions on the law,
I know. I'm gonna
I
open the
will
door.
have those questions.
While he is
You
getting
need me to
ready
make this
and
much.
preparing and cleaning all that, I'm going to ask a couple of quick follow-up questions. When you hired Azalea to do this chore, was there anybody with her that you hired?
There were a couple, but I can't quite remember.
Allow me to perhaps refresh your memory. And I described the Kenku, the human, as well as the Kanotar.
Yeah, sounds like them.
And what were their names?
It's been so long, I don't quite remember their names. I met them for the one time
But you remember Azalea's. Why don't you remember theirs?
because Azalea keeps writing me letters.
Fair enough, fair enough. But you do have a logbook. I'm sure this is about board business. Why would you not have a logbook of people that you hired? Invoices,
I'm not the
receipts?
boss.
That's all right. You did hire them out, though, correct? Because it was a chore that you did not want to do. So you subcontracted the job.
Correct, but any logs would have been.
I'm sorry. How do we get in contact with your boss? Where do we find them to garner these receipts? Keep in mind that withholding evidence is against the law.
She looks over at the lawyer. The
Dimension
lawyer.
I was not expecting that.
The lawyer. She's just like. Her boss is an upstanding member of society, and because of the criminal charges, we do not want to drag her name into this.
Her name.
That is not for you to decide. If evidence is brought against somebody and we need to collect it to verify that they are not involved, it is withholding evidence.
That is correct.
Walks in.
He walks in.
Who are you?
Presumably you've been fooled.
I've been
Yeah.
fooled. I have no idea who this is.
My name is Thaddeus Meaner, but you can call me Mr. Meaner. And I am here.
Mr. Minos.
I am your lawyer. And I'm gonna stare at you.
I look at you and I go, I don't need a lawyer. I'm the interrogator.
Sorry, I'm actually her lawyer.
Oh, awkward.
My client is disappeared. And
She's-
I'm sorry to hear.
Would you like to confer with your client for a moment?
Yes,
By all means, feel free.
she's invisible. And probably going to the bathroom.
Aerolus was like, I really have to pee. And she goes.
Augury, I ask how you came in contact with these individuals that you hired out for this chore. And what is said chore? What was the specific chore that you were hiring them to do?
You're not my lawyer.
Here. He's in the room.
He's in the room.
Did he declare that he was my
Yes.
lawyer?
Yes.
Well, he said, I'm your lawyer. I said, I'm the interrogator. He said, I'm her lawyer.
And I said, I didn't dress you, I dressed her. But then
Okay.
she was gone.
Have I seen this man before?
It's a 29 to recognize if it's a DC 29 to see if you can
Thaddeus Meaner,
recognize him.
Nice to meet you. You are my client.
I don't know you.
There's,
I don't.
there, the rock in your pocket will ring. He's been assigned to you.
Chomsky? Did you hire a lawyer for me?
He's been assigned to the case.
Okay.
Hey,
I'm
please,
not under
please hand the rock
pressure.
to the lawyer.
Okay.
Just let me know if you need anything. Chomsky's got the books just spread out, and he's got everything he needs. He's just.
Jorik, am I under investigation from you?
No, not at all. You're
Oh.
a witness.
Okay. It just was okay.
These are questions that we're waiting on while Olivia is getting the mushrooms.
Yeah.
We've signed the waivers.
Yeah.
The chore was to go collect some belongings. I can't quite remember.
Collect them from where?
I can't quite remember.
Whose were they?
Like I said, I can't remember.
So it was just to collect something. And how long ago was Fayday? It wasn't that long ago, right?
A month and a half.
Yeah. Pretty recent.
Can't quite remember. Keep in mind she is under mushroom.
Wait, so she actually can't remember?
She's
Either-
saying she can't.
Above table, there are things that you can get around it.
Gotcha.
So either she doesn't remember or she's trying to get around it.
Gotcha.
Well,
Well, same.
you can. There are abilities that allow you to lie even when under.
I see.
How did you meet these individuals? How did you come in contact with them?
I sent out one of the people that I supervise.
And who are they?
His name's Zephys.
And Zephys.
You
Can
guys
describe
remember
the Air
Zephys.
Genasi?
That's the Air Genasi from the theater.
Can you describe Zephys for us?
She describes him. He's an
Ha-
Air Genasi.
Has he been in your employ for long?
Couple years.
A couple of years. Now, this some of the contract, this chore, were they able to complete the chore?
I believe so. We paid them out.
And when did they finish the chore?
I think the job was done a couple weeks before Fayday.
What was the specific date? I mean, clearly they finished it. You paid them. You must remember.
I don't have my boss's checkbook. I cannot remember.
But you just said that you paid them
I was given funds from
And-
my boss's checkbook
to give to them, correct?
to give to them.
And so you gave it to them.
I give a lot of people money.
But these specific individuals that you've hired out for a chore that you did not want to do a few weeks back before Fayday, you know exactly the day, do you not?
I do not remember.
Is it safe to say, and I describe the day of Ivy's party? Does it seem familiar to be around that day?
It could have been.
Could have been.
At this
Now-
point, Olivia comes in with mushrooms.
Thank you, Lydia. And I will take one of the mushrooms. I will hand the mushroom to you. I take one and then I hand it over to you.
I take it.
Now,
It has the texture of mushroom, and it tastes like dirt, just like mushrooms.
I love mushrooms. Now, I may have consumed something that will compel me to tell the truth, have I not?
Yeah?
And so is she.
Yeah?
Describe the individual that you saw burn down or be opening a portal that engulfed, that exploded in flame, dealing a lot of bodily harm to your mentor. Describe the individual who walked through that portal.
The individual that I saw walk through and leave through that portal, accompanied by fire elementals that did further damage to the monastery, was, and then I describe, 'cause I don't know how tall Augury is. I start to describe Augury.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Describe her to a
I'm
T.
looking at her, and I'm describing like her skin, her horns.
Now, this is the same individual that you saw on, regardless of anybody else who's in this room, that is the individual that you saw burn down the Rosemary's, fulfillment of Rosemary's will, your monastery.
Yes.
I, being under equal influence of a mushroom compelling me to tell the truth, will now describe the individual that I saw giving the exact description of her. Describing how the explosion blasted out, really knocking unconscious your mentor, and then burning down the rest of the house.
And ending in the death of, I want to say, was it 3?
It was a couple, yeah.
3 different students, members that lived at the monastery that were studying.
Would that not be the crime of murder, then?
Yes.
The individual who perpetrated these things?
Yes, they...
3 times.
Knowing the... I'm unsure if this individual has done this before, but they knowingly brought dangerous creatures into a peaceful environment. We
Broke the law of the twins by doing extraplanar travel on a day that was not designated as Fey Day, correct?
correct.
Then-
We've never seen anything like that before, and we're a peaceful monastery.
I give the exact date. Now, does that exact date coincide with the theft of the books?
No.
Okay. But it is within that time frame, right?
It is, okay, so the books were stolen about First Dawn, which
Okay.
is 2 weeks before Fey Day. It was a couple weeks after.
Okay.
So it seems to me that Miss Audrey here has been convicted of, let's see, traveling to the material plane on a day not Fey Day,
Yeah, I'm sure Audrey did do that.
arson, 3 accounts of murder, and what else was there?
I describe the big thing is
Breaking and entering?
Breaking and entering,
Yeah.
and, quite,
Chomsky,
technically
you get in your pocket. Don't include that one.
and quite frankly, loitering.
If
Yeah.
Audrey did that, you need to find Audrey.
Augury.
You said Audrey.
Augury. Is her name Augury or Audrey?
You said
Audrey.
Audrey. Or I
Augury.
heard Audrey.
Augury.
I heard Audrey.
Her name's
too,
Augury.
Okay, then I said Augury. I didn't know if it was Augury or Augury.
Yeah.
Augury.
Like the spell.
Augury.
Grr.
Re.
14.
Not to be confused
14.
with Audrey, the flower
Augury.
shop owner in town.
Yeah, never mind. Don't use my words against me. Augury.
I thought you were kind of like trying to stick it to her, like, your name's not important, but.
We can say that.
While he read off all of those things, Chomsky would be roughly looking for what the just
What else?
punishment would be for that. Would that be
Jail time.
jail time? No,
Yeah.
not death.
Not
do
treason.
death.
Not
Yeah.
extraplanar banishment.
Put her in a portal and then cut the portal on. She's half of her's in the material plane, half of her's in the Fae.
The lawyer goes, I think we're done talking.
I don't think we are. Not just yet. Would you like to continue?
The lawyer's like, we have the right to remain silent.
You hear in your pocket. They do.
Do they?
I
I
plead-
didn't get read my rights.
I plead the second.
Wait.
Okay. Okay. Well.
You borrow one of Chomsky's notebooks.
Looks as if we've got quite a case.
On the inside, it has Chomsky's name.
I do have a couple of quick follow-ups. Your boss, the one that you were able to procure, that you were charged with doing a chore, whom you subcontracted out to individuals that you understand the description of but don't remember the name of, whom you paid on a day that you can't quite remember but does fit around this time frame, correct? And-
I can't quite remember.
and whom you refused to answer where they are, and whom you refused to disclose the name of, location of where you would meet. Might I ask, where do you get your funding for your art?
Like I said, I do trading. Between
Trading.
the
Is this for
planes.
the same boss?
Yes.
I see. I see. And your trading, how long does that take? I mean, as you said, painting takes quite a bit of time.
It does. Well, I am, like I said, a supervisor, so I myself am not doing all the trading.
Oh, so you're a supervisor then?
I don't
Who
do all
works
the
under
trading. done talking.
It's all right. We'll just follow you. We have more than enough to acquisition warrants of search and seizure warrants.
Chomsky will read. What sort of, like, is that enough to, like, justify a holding? Legally, is that enough to justify, like a research, like formal detective?
Surveillance.
Yeah,
a
like
warrant.
doing-
A warrant for surveillance. If this doesn't refusing to.
Yes, you can surveil.
Gotcha.
So it seems as if
Because, honestly, like, in the real world, this is a bunch of circumstantial evidence.
Also-
You could take this to court.
You could.
Yeah. You would want to build a better case in the meantime, but
That's what lawyers do.
That's what Chomsky do.
Yeah, I don't have any more questions. If there's anybody else that has any questions.
I do have a couple questions. So you trade, correct?
Yes.
What was it that you trade again?
Whatever my boss asks me to. I don't ask too many questions.
Okay, what was the last thing you traded?
Last thing I traded was, I was sending clothing between here and to Marisol of the water plane
Why?
because the princess requested it.
Wait, hold on. You said a different. Oh, this is above table. Sorry. A different plane.
Yep.
Is that still?
That's legal. So there's planar travel between all of the planes except for the material plane.
Got it. That's what I.
The princess requested it.
Okay. What kind of clothing?
Dresses.
Okay, understood. Do you happen to remember a time before that?
I was likely working with. I do interplanar trading, so I was likely working with things that are found here that aren't found elsewhere.
and
wonderful.
you guys don't keep logbooks,
My boss keeps the logbooks.
but you won't tell us who your boss
And
is.
who was your boss again?
I am not at liberty to share her information.
That's all right. What's the name of the company that you work for?
I am not at liberty to share that information.
It's actually illegal to withhold public information when requested by a law enforcement
That is true.
officer.
What's the company?
Sorry, that was my one. I gotta take my one.
Goddamn Baskin Robbins.
I knew it.
Man, nothing gets past
She
Baskin
says,
Robbins.
I am not at liberty.
The company name, please.
I am not at liberty.
I have all day.
I'm not at liberty is the name.
I am not at liberty to share the name.
All right.
Magically, contractually, binding, I cannot share the name.
Can you describe elements of this contract that you were given?
No.
Can you describe how one might procure your services?
They find my boss.
How would
Can
they
you
do-
describe your boss?
No. I can't talk about her, besides what I've said.
It feels like you've answered everything that you're willing to answer. I'm sure you'll be hearing from the authorities soon.
I'm sure.
I'm sorry, I hope that doesn't interrupt your gallery.
If I see you at the gallery, I will have you all trespassed.
Oh, don't worry, it will be the flower god.
Oh, well, if you're at the gallery, you'll be trespassed.
All right, it's not your gallery, though, is it? It's Fendrill's. He's the owner.
Correct.
So you-
however,
However,
I
what?
have been contracted to have the show there. I am
Open to the public, is it not?
invite only.
Oh, good thing we have an invitation.
It's true.
Oh, let me see it.
Why?
Because I did not hand deliver you an invitation.
Oh, so you hand-delivered all of the invitations.
I did.
To whom?
We'll find out.
She's still under the spell.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. She's not saying anything.
Let the record show that she has refused to answer and is likely that she's meeting unseelie individuals, probably plotting against the Seelie court.
That is a reach. Let it be known.
Oh, so you do have the ability to respond. It is a reach, but not untrue.
That is a reach.
Not untrue. You are compelled to tell the truth. You could very much
and nothing but the
you could very much confirm that this is not that you are not meeting agents of the Unseelie Court very easily right now.
I do not ask court affiliations when I make friends.
Now, so one question that I have above table is the Feywild? You are not. I'm going to refrain because Jorak wouldn't know that. Now, are the bounds of the Unseelie Court within the same realms of the Seelie Court? Do they have overlapping land?
Yeah.
And where did you deliver these?
To the homes of the people I was inviting.
And where are those homes?
There's a lot of them.
I'm got time.
Name 5.
I name all of them. I've got time.
I do not. I have to get back to painting.
You've been subpoenaed to answer questions regarding terrorism.
And I have said I'm done speaking.
Ivy?
Ivy's like,
let this terrorist go, guys. She's got work to do.
no, Ivy's like,
She said she wanted to leave, so she's got to.
no, Ivy is like, I think she's done for the day, but she's not going anywhere.
So we're detaining her?
We can detain her for 48 hours
She's obviously withholding information.
Before we
48
get-
hours, that's...
before we get information, if we get more information from her.
That's a shame. Looks like you're going to miss your show.
Good thing Fendril and my friend Carrion can do the show for me.
Wonderful. Describe Carrion.
I would rather not.
Why? Is it not important to be truthful in answering agents of the law's questions?
It is, however.
He's He's a friendly business associate. Why would you not want to describe him to us?
Because I'm not sure if he wants to be described.
Would he happen to look like this? And I'm going to describe him to a T.
I'm not describing him. I'm not confirming what he looks like. I'm not denying what he looks like.
No, I asked you a question. Does he look like this? You saying that you're not describing him doesn't...
I said I'm not confirming or denying. What?
May I have your name?
Augury.
Thank you.
Oh! Mic drop!
That's fine.
Let's go! So, what was your name?
Do you have any other known names that you would be referred to as?
Not known by you.
That's why I'm asking. It's important that you would be able to clarify these matters, as any individual alias might be associated with crimes against the crown.
She just sits back. Crosses her arms.
Refuse to
I
stand.
have a
Who's
question.
dancing?
Is her
That's fine.
Is her feet still up on the table?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Do they stink?
Good deal.
You smell like a dirty liar.
Yeah.
I feel like we've gotten all of the cooperation from this witness that we have. Appreciate all of your respect. Abigail Johansson, sorry to have bothered you on such a pressing matter. But thank you for your services.
She's like, I'm getting paid well to be here.
Me too. Pay up.
Who are you?
Me?
We'll talk about it later. We'll disclose it.
We'll discuss your feet.
Olivia just kind of like leads Augury out
Yeah.
deeper into the
Yeah.
building.
Oh,
Dungeon.
Olivia, real quick.
She's like,
Could you choose one that doesn't have a window and is as far center as possible?
trust me, she couldn't get out even if she wanted to. And she just,
I like that lady. Hey, good
We're
work, everybody.
you, Olivia.
We kind of like break up from the interrogation room. I turn to Ivy and be like, I think it is most pressing that you have a 24-hour watch on Augury, regardless of how
course.
confident. That being said, very obviously she's involved with
In something. We need to find out who her boss is.
I mean, we have all the means to surveil her now.
Well, I mean, we do know where
Chauncey's outside of the room still, but he's gonna walk in.
room 32, or house 32,
Townhouse 32.
townhouse 32.
Also-
That's where we could maybe meet some of the people.
If I was her boss, I would show up at her art gallery as well.
Do you know this person?
Yes.
Is anyone else in
I
the room?
released the name. I'm going to recon this. As soon as I took the name, I just released it back to her.
Yes, that is your lawyer.
And
Who
we
are you?
just trust him.
Is there anyone else in the
All
room
the
besides us?
No, it's just us
Ivy's
now.
there. She's
Oh.
like,
Oh, yeah, Ivy.
Ivy knows it's
Hey,
you.
you fucking idiots. It's me.
Why didn't you just fucking come in?
Because you needed a fucking lawyer.
I
What?
don't
We're
think I-
officers of Ivy. We don't need attorneys.
Maybe I wanted to be a lawyer.
Oh,
Yeah.
you could have just said that, mate. It's fine. You
I-
did a great job.
Thank
You,
you.
you did. I didn't even know it was you.
I was
I
like,
thought-
holy shit! I got a great lawyer.
I
thought that
feel
we just
really
needed-
stupid now.
I just thought that maybe, in case, she had a lawyer, you guys don't necessarily need a lawyer, but there is the lawyer that is, like, there.
The prosecutor.
The prosecutor, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I was
That's
trying
good.
to do. Because this is going to go to court, and she needs to go to jail.
Yeah.
Or
I agree.
executed. And I'm going to look at Ivy.
Ivy's like, we don't do capital punishment here.
I do. yeah!
Look at a bit for after the show.
Ivy, if you don't mind me asking, are we your best bet for criminal investigators, or just for further investigation? I mean,
Yeah, I want to be very clear. I was shooting from the hip the whole time. I am not.
I don't believe you, Jorek.
I've been interrogated lots of times, and all the scary ones did shit I did to her.
I'm not gonna lie. I think you might have missed your calling in life. You did that quite well.
I like beating people up.
It seemed like you were doing that with your words.
Was it like that?
You even took
Yeah,
it.
I was honestly intimidated.
Nice. All right.
So,
Keep it in mind. Maybe I'll become a cop.
she's going to be in jail. And I say, we pay that house a visit.
Wait. Can you do that one more time?
Oh, I say that we pay that house a visit. All right.
What house?
32.
Townhouse 32, you described it to
The
us.
one where we saw
Carrion.
carrying some stuff there. And there was also the fucking hair person. And
This is definitely an illegal trade business, right?
Wow.
no, it's probably fucking fair market. It's fine.
You think it's just like paintings?
No.
No.
Oh.
I assume it's songbooks. Sorry, Ivy.
I assume it's whatever they're trying to smuggle. She was being so secretive.
The fact that we know she's 100% worked with Azalea and the other two
Yeah.
to sell things that her boss instructed, we have to find out who.
Honestly, my running assumption is that her boss is somebody either directly within the Sealy Court or a greater agent of the Sealy Court. But Azalea and the others, I think they're just patsies. I think that they were paid to do an individual job, and if things went south, tie them off and they're loose. Because all their connection is just to her, it sounds like.
I wonder if that's true.
So I don't know if we have any. We can ask them or see if we run into any of them, but I think all of them are just going to point right to Augury.
That's fair.
I think Carrion's the one, and here's the other big thing of why I'm happy she's being detained. Now there's only one of them. We don't have to worry about the other one sneaking up behind or anything like that.
For at
saying-
least 48 hours.
For at least 48 hours.
Her,
But
her
should
lawyer
give
is
us-
quite good. To be honest, reading this absolute nut of a law in the Fey realm, she's probably going to get away out of here. I just would like to make that very known.
without any hard evidence, which apparently our witnesses are not hard evidence, but
Video evidence is unrelated.
Yeah, I saw about that. You're in a suit of armor, and I'm going to say this with all of the love in the world. I think your armor's one of a kind, amazing, but is not concretely you. You are not the suit of armor. You are Chomsky. So that could be anybody in the suit of armor, and that could be any floating hand.
I don't leave the armor. His hands are hairy.
Yes.
But,
But you see my point, legally speaking.
yes, of course.
So you're fine.
Yeah.
What did it say, by the way? You took a note.
It was just a note that was... Who the fuck wrote the note again? It was from C,
C.
right? C. It was a note from C that...
It said 4 have been delivered to PD. I dropped mine off with the changeling. Hope the wives were amicable.
4 have been delivered at the PD?
To
Police
PD.
department.
To PD.
PD.
So 4 have been delivered at the PD.
You said the changeling.
To the change.
Don't
I
really
hope
like
the
it.
wives are amicable.
Right.
What does that mean?
Don't know. It's definitely lead.
If you want to meet me back at the chateau, I might have things to show you guys.
Is this Ivy? Or
She's
is
like-
this,
It's Ivy.
Guys, I'm really immersed.
Ivy?
I found the books. They were just
No.
under my bed.
No, she's like, I'd rather talk about it
Yeah.
in the safety of my house.
I follow her. And as we're walking, Ivy, do you
I'm
feel-
scared when you took her name. Because if she doesn't have a name, you can't put anything against her.
I immediately gave it. I wanted her to know that she's not infallible or not outside of the laws of the twins. That being said, I gave it back to her immediately because anybody who would try to use her name wouldn't be able to. So anybody she works with would immediately know she's been detained.
Right, did you see her smile? She probably was like, ha, now that he has my name, I can't be charged with anything. So it's good that you gave it back.
Yeah.
That being said, if we took her name, we could have just killed her.
Well,
She's not. Well, Zorak thinks this out loud into the sending stone.
Yeah. Oh.
You can't kill a thing that doesn't have a name.
Well,
What did we do?
Yeah, you killed. Drop the charges.
Drop the charges. Innocent. Ivy, I did want to say, do you not feel safe within your own city, though? You seem very stressed.
I'm not at my full power. I'm operating about 40%.
But still, regardless of that, this is your city, is it not? Do you not feel safe here?
I did until my books were taken.
This is very grave, then. This is a lot worse than I thought.
PD.
Is that a horse galloping?
PD.
Two horses gallop past.
Do we know anybody that's named something P?
What about you, Ivy?
Philra.
Anyone?
Pibbles, Dinkerton.
Philra?
Anyone that has caused problems, has a record, or even just like a nice shopkeeper?
Right, like the usual suspects.
A nice shopkeeper? I know plenty of those.
With that goes by PD, or whose initials are PD. Anyone that you know has had dealings with Augury at all?
I didn't know who Augury was up until this point, so...
Fair enough.
I mean, PD, that could be a person, it could be a place,
Yeah.
could be a ship, could be a vehicle.
So the note said the specific wording was dropped off to...
Delivered to PD.
Delivered to PD. So it could be a person, place.
Or ship.
Or, yeah. That's a hard call.
Given to the
Peter
changeling, the
Dinklage.
wives will be pleased.
I hope the wives were amicable.
The wives were amicable.
I hope.
The wives.
So it seemed like they needed someone to
I,
work with them?
Ivy, are there any wives? I know this is a bit of a stretch and we don't have a lot to go on with this note, but I'm just brainstorming here. Are there any fabled wives within,
We don't talk about them.
We'll talk about it at your house.
Yep.
Sure.
Oh.
We don't openly talk about them.
James!
I need 5.
Me too.